So, time countdowns and stuff, you know? You have a mummy underneath a historical museum that's being watched by a ghost, and, you know, the thing is keeping them trapped there and from destroying the city and possibly the state or even the world. Just starts running out of juice. You knew they were low on charge, but then one of them just completely shits the bed, and this horrible evil thing that's responsible for most of your problems and also a lot of evil, dark, twisted shit might be breaking free at any moment. Also, the FBI is looking into you and your activities and the horrible conspiracies you've unraveled over the last month. Also, one of you made a nuclear bomb of some description that's actually a weird sound wave light shadow thingy.
When it goes off, it's just going to sound like the crescendo of the world's largest orchestra.
It's also going to flatten a square city block.
Perfectly.
About it.
Almost like a cube.
Perfectly measured.
There's a lot going on. The Cliff's Notes, what you need to know if this is your first time here. The founder of this city died about 150 years ago at the hands of a very smart woman whose work he was stealing for most of his career. And has used some dark magic and is trying to steal human souls and do some other terrible things to become a sort of a god. Our players have done a very good job of stymieing him, but that clock is just ticking away. And now begins a mad scramble to make sure he doesn't get out. On our player's side is a technocratic mage, a couple groups of werewolves, the previous generation of mages, and I think that's about it. Oh, some ghosts in a steel mill. Also,
very important and helpful ghosts in a steel mill.
Problem still dangling is the weird botched ghost thing that destroyed Yana's mother. Whatever the fuck a Kuei Jin is. An angry ghost thing, spirit monstrosity created by the same horrible things that made the Static Electricity Man, except they were named by the internet. And again, the FBI. I think that about covers it.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
It's sometime in early October. I think it's is it Sunday?
Saturday.
What's Saturday?
It's a Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Radio.
Yep.
The Google on the side. What day was this?
And now I have Saturday on my notes.
Yeah, I'm also on. I have Saturday on my header.
I believe it's the 8th. Let's just put a pin in the 8th. And I'll turn it over to you all. Last time, we specifically were at a local diner getting breakfast. Oh, right, Yana is currently under the effects of Paradox from casting a little bit too much magic, and small things will be annoying her all day.
All day. My breakfast was so awful.
That was way too much salt and pepper.
Oh, there was a shell in your egg?
Fun. My omelet had a shell in it. Of course. Okay. Thanks. I mean, I not that I would have tasted it through all the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
On orange juice.
You mean the pulp, not the orange juice?
No, that was the second cup. The first cup was actual orange juice.
Yeah, the first cup went into her lap.
Yeah. But the one you actually managed to drink was just pulp.
My paradox effect is anything of a minor inconvenience that can go wrong will.
Yeah, she's been Murphy's Law.
You gotta do it to the luck character.
You were casting a luck
Gotta do it.
spell. It seemed like the correct thing to do. Seemed thematically appropriate.
It was thematically appropriate. I just get all the wonky ones. At least I'm not believing I'm in like three romances China. I'm happy to not be TikTok spectacle again.
But you did so well. You handed me a broom as a more honorable weapon. I remember this.
You remember that, but you don't remember what's in the box.
And then I learned that you can't punch. So handing you the broom was probably the best choice.
Considering what I've spec'd into, it was the right choice.
I've already been hit on the straightest man ever conceived. I don't need that particular inconvenience. That's already occurred in this campaign. Okay, so Eleanor has a head to grab. I have lunch. I believe that's where we were splitting off. Willard was going to get the pillars. Eleanor needs to go poke around in a dead Crypto Bros skull so we can learn how to do the jar thing. And I have lunch with Thea to figure out how to move around in the Shadowlands.
And I need to go back in
Agent
time.
Willard did just give you a severed head.
Yeah.
We did?
Well,
No,
because we have to go pick it up because we looked to see if he had left it in the booth.
Yeah,
And
no,
we
we
didn't.
didn't.
Well, actually, you know what? Agent Willard got up and to go. He looks like he's getting out of the door. He doubles back, asks for the bathroom, and then after a few minutes comes back and puts a cardboard box on the table.
Oh. Really? In front of my pulp?
It looked like you weren't enjoying breakfast, so I didn't think it would matter.
No, it's fine. I love juice with my orange.
More fiber in your diet.
Everybody knows pulp is better.
He reaches into his pocket, puts down a $100 bill on the counter, and then walks out.
Doesn't know how money works, does he?
No.
Eleanor, I think the technocracy doesn't understand that we went to a dive diner.
I think they just have more money than they know what to do with.
Do you think he knows how much a bunch of bananas costs?
I mean, you can always ask him next time.
It's funnier if he doesn't know. I'm keeping his change. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, but asking him and then laughing about it and not telling him is even funnier.
He'll look it up on his phone if I ask him. It's funnier to get into a situation where we have to go to a grocery store and he has to buy a thing of bananas and I get to see if he even checks what the prices are.
I was just there.
He definitely looks like the kind of person that does not check the prices.
I agree. Probably isn't the kind of person who checks the prices. What was that, Stella?
He needs to go pick up Quintessence by you, right, Eleanor?
Oh, there's another Eleanor there with the Quintessence.
Not to be rude, but to be rude, I still don't trust this motherfucker. So if you could keep an eye, oh my god. Okay, no, wrong music. An eye on him, that would be good. You know,
We already, I don't know what more you need the guy to do. I mean,
I just don't trust the technocracy. I just don't.
he's
Man
barely
almost
the technocracy.
Man almost opened ancient ass mummy box without doing his research. I don't trust him.
Well, he was doing his research. He was just missing some critical details because they happen to be in a book that only Eleanor has.
Yes, because opening an ancient sealed sarcophagus sounds risk-free.
Well, I mean, if you
I'm pretty sure
compare,
there's several movies about why that's a bad idea.
if you
My
could,
point
well, I mean,
exactly.
on the one hand, as funny as it would be for him to end up in some horrible Tom Cruise curse in which he loses all sound effects in front of everyone, well, he came around on it. He also fought with us when we did the big fight. I believe he can handle putting power in some pillars now that he knows what's actually at stake.
I feel like we did
So it
most
always
of
is
that.
with these guys. Well, we did most of the work, but he also helped. Genuinely. He did help.
Okay. He did teleport us out of it.
Yeah, he helped. Just because his limited imagination with his limited spectrum means he can't help a lot doesn't mean he didn't help.
No, you're right. I just still do not trust this guy.
Well, do you want to shadow him all day? Because I'm pretty sure Eleanor can't really spare that much, considering she has to go root around in a head.
I need to go and talk to someone.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, 2 Honor is now gone. It's now 1 Honor and 3 Honor.
That's right. We're down to 1 Honor and 3 Honor, aren't we?
There's 2 Honor, so no. But no, considering all this shit that has just happened, I probably need to move that date. Because I don't know if I'm making it for that Monday.
Do we really think he'd end the world? Oh, he would end the world on a Monday.
I don't want to risk it, and I also don't want to be that bitch that has been beaten to shit the night before and can't make it.
I mean, you say that, but I think he'd show up if you were beaten to shit and probably nurse you back to health because he'd find the fact that you fought a world-ending money meat kind of hot.
You see her just stand there for a second and go...
Eleanor just does the face.
You think?
Yeah. He wanted the second date after he watched you throw a car at us. It was your car, but you did throw it at us.
Genuine confusion on her face of, I'll still talk to him about it, and I'll gauge it from his reaction, because I had a plan. I still have a plan. Because,
just put on the lingerie that you bought before you go over so you don't waste that opportunity and enjoy your the world might end fuck.
I would not say... Anyway, I was just going to, postpone it and say, listen, that if this shit gets out, I might not make it back, kiss him and walk away. That was my plan.
Stella, you're still invisible, right?
I'm astral there, you two bastards on the other.
You're astral? God fucking damn it. Oh, I can't, I'm gonna, okay, if you're astral, I can see you. I've got spirit vision on.
You can see me.
I have spirit vision on. I had to have spirit vision on so that he could talk to, whatever. Stella, I'm going to put my hands at the approximate place where your cheeks are. You're astral, so I can't actually touch them. But we're pantomiming here. All right?
Actually,
Stella.
Anna,
if you're
would
going
you like
to go...
to grab her by the face, even though she's a spirit right now?
You technically could.
I do have spirit. I could technically grab her by the face. Yes, sure.
How does spirit me feel?
Well, no, she has.
We'll find out when I roll.
Arte first. It's difficulty 6.
Yeah, we'll find out how the fucking roll goes first.
This is coincidental. You're just sort of grabbing at the air. You're doing it.
Yeah, I'm just grabbing at the air.
Yeah, no, you grab Stella by the face.
Okay.
It feels like Stella, but colder.
But colder. Yeah, Stella. If you're going to go to a man that you like, possibly love, tell him the world is going to end and that you may never see each other again because you might not survive this fight. You're going to tell him not to fuck you?
If he offers, I'm not saying no, I never said that.
Then go put on the lingerie.
Well, I thought, okay.
Thank you.
It just looks down.
Wait, I swear to God.
I'm gonna go get that talk.
Yes.
I need to warn them about the hunters, because apparently if we're not telling people, people are goddamn useless at warning people.
Oh yeah, please do tell them about the stupid fucking Inquisition and maybe warn your more tech-leaning wolves as well, because they might actually be able to do something about them.
I already tried there. It seems like the second time I've mentioned it, it's gone, oh, okay. So I'm really not expecting much.
Do they have, like, deniability of assets or something?
I honestly don't know, and I'm not fixing that for them, too.
I agree, whatever. Not our problem. Go warn your wolf friend, and good luck.
Thanks.
Make sure he leaves you in enough pieces to be able to fight with us, because I don't want you to be dealing with you saying that your back's sore because he blew it out, okay?
Trim can put me back together. It's fine. She blips out of existence, goes back.
I'm 19. Why am I giving the dating advice?
Yana, you hear the familiar voice of your avatar in the back of your head. That one's dice is loaded on snake eyes, aren't they?
Thankfully, he's
Deck's
just
got
the
more
right type.
jokers than it needs.
We took the curse out. I thought that'd get better.
No, honey, the deck's in the head. The table's not wobbly no more, but...
Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully Stella will have a wonderful night and we'll get to see what post-bliss Stella looks like. I may take pictures. In the meantime, turns to Eleanor. You got the head situation handled, I'm assuming.
Easily done.
Cool. You go find out. Oh, can I bring you something from Thea's when I come back? Because you're gonna have to root around in the old Bismarck's head. I can imagine that.
Yeah. Just
Yeah. Do you want something? Can I bring you something? Baklava? Do you like baklava?
surprise me.
Cool. I'll handle that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I'm gonna get ready to go to I'm gonna go to Thea's. Good luck. Text me if anything happens.
All right, fine.
Oh,
Her nose twitches up at the mention of texting. She basically just looks at her phone. She never uses it. Name a time she has texted you.
that's true. That is true.
Hey.
Was there? Has there ever been a
She's
moment?
responded. She's never initiated.
I think there was only one time that you initiated a text. So yeah.
I don't even think there was one. I can't think of a single one where she was the one that sent the text. She's more of the just show up.
Yeah. Well, correspondence.
Or the two different mornings of showing up in Stella's bed.
Yeah.
Instead of texting, "Are you okay?"
That one friend who just leaves a thumbs up in the group chat. It's me, by the way.
God, it's the people that only respond on iPhones with the hitting the little heart button. So everybody that doesn't have an iPhone just gets an entirely separate text that goes, "So and so liked the entirety of the message that they liked." It's the worst. I hate iPhones.
Right, so who are we following?
I technically need to go back in time because we never did my morning.
Right, no, we
To
did
the
skip
other
over
two,
that.
I have post gym tummy ache.
Well, we'll go with Wolf because I do owe her morning.
Yeah, she is owed a morning.
I'm gonna call another werewolf mentally, like I did Anna. Gonna go great.
You do that to Yana again, and she's going to figure out how to put a mental block. She will figure out how to block brain calls.
She will start learning mind specifically.
She will.
to not
I
get a
have
call.
mine.
Come
I have
on, keep it
mine.
good.
I have to mine too. She will start 3. She will start using it.
Ah.
She definitely could do it at this point, but yeah, my morning. Lauren has
so-
quickly gone for an AFK.
Yeah, so where's Stella a couple hours ago?
Oh, her usual time of waking up at like 6, get herself ready. She'll later change into the good underwear since she's been convinced. Do I have any emails and texts and shit?
Nothing new from last night.
I am going to grab my tracking spell and figure out where Alex is right now.
Oh, where would Alex be?
Because I want to check where he is before I mentally call him just in case.
This is in the morning?
Like 6 a.m.
Alright, go ahead and roll that.
1 success.
You get a mental glimpse of Alex. They are in a parking lot, in the back of a truck, laying down. You're not sure if they're asleep or just resting their eyes, but they're in a parking lot. They're... Right, remember exactly how your tracking spell works. You cast it with a pendulum on top of the town map, right?
Yeah, and then it
My bad.
pings onto it like where they are. So I haven't seen anything yet.
Yes, you haven't seen anything yet. It's in Amity Park, behind the zoo. You know this area before. This area is a little strip mall.
Oh, okay. Gonna text them. You up?
About 5 minutes after you send your text, you get a response. Am now. What's up?
Right, I know where they are. I've seen them before. Time to call. That mental cold call that I've realized I can do thanks to Anna. 1, 2, 3 successes.
3 successes?
Yeah,
you establish a link.
The first thing they hear is do not react to this. Pretend everything's fucking normal. You can think back, by the way.
Hold on a moment. Your DM is considering several factors here. When you first connect to their mind, you hear this rumbling groan noise, and Alex's, like, the impression of Alex's voice in your head. Who the fuck calls it? Oh no, that's already 7. Shit. Ugh. And then you make that declaration of don't.
Yeah.
I'm not going to growl into the microphone, but you hear a deep guttural growl like an animal being snuck up on. Yeah, that is what you hear. Or perceive. Mind shit.
Yeah. I'm getting the mind call. Sorry. Safest way to do it right now.
Oh, this is some bullshit wild thing. What the hell are you doing?
I needed to get in contact with you. That's not a text message or rocking up next to you.
You ever hear the sound a dog makes when it is obviously annoyed but not enough to vocalize a growl or a bark, that boof noise? You hear that, but it's deeper and more bassy.
Yeah. Well, I guess first things first. Because people don't fucking talk in this city when you ask them to warn people about shit. I don't know if you guys know hunters are in the area.
You have told their pack about that, right?
No.
No. Yeah, Wild Thing, the fucking... Glasswalkers mentioned it to the boss. He told us to, standard hunter procedure. Just don't go in any war forms.
You just check, holy shit, they can do stuff. Sorry. Yes, continue.
Do you think we just laze around doing nothing all day?
I know you guys don't laze around not doing nothing all day, but when it comes to the Glasswalkers, considering how much shit I had to do for them, I don't actually know what they do.
The Wolves of Wall Street spend all day in their little tower playing war with the fucking enemy's weapons is what they do. They barely get their claws dirty.
Okay, now that I guessed.
Anyway, they'll usually plop something in someone else's lap if it falls outside of their jurisdiction, or if the bullshit's they think it's under them. But it's hunters. They're just normal people. Unless they brought a tank or someone who knows what they're doing, it's not going to be an issue.
Right now, the most I know is they're government-funded, have SWAT teams, and kind of already murdered the sewer lot.
SWAT teams aren't that big of a deal. Call me when they bring out armed attack vehicles. Or a helicopter. Then
God,
that's actually going to be a pain in the ass.
I'd like it not to get to that part. The other problem is they're snooping around in very interesting places, and I nearly fucking blew myself up with the amount of magic I had to use to go get Sammy out of shit.
Prince Twink's in trouble?
So these motherfuckers are poking around everywhere and everything, and they seem to have thought that Sammy's operation is based on ghouls and a blood bank, so I had to go and run and make sure he is aware that dumbasses are after him. He thinks it's tax reasons. And just make sure that there's nothing they can, well, how did that hunter put it? Grab and interrogate and torture.
Don't they know torture doesn't work?
They're stupid in some ways, but unfortunately this stupid has backing and this stupid has numbers. So it's more they're poking their fingers in a lot of pies that could get a lot of people I know hurt and in problems. And if they touch Sammy, I'm setting them all on fire.
So this is not a conscious thought that Alex expresses to you, but you have a flash of... I'm not going to go into graphic detail because I don't remember if we veiled this or not, or faded this to black. But you have a flash of your face and a pair of fingers penetrating into something, and then you hear, like, this chuckle in Alex's head.
Stella is gonna go, Sammy, Alex, this mental link works with thinking as well, just so you know about that.
Oh, well then I might as well not practice restraint. I bet you wish the boss had his fingers in your pie.
Yes. You know,
how's that going, by the way?
I need to go postpone that date. That's the other thing I need to go take care of. Is things... Long ass story short, you remember that really big problem that we had to solve?
Which one?
The one in the box. Yeah, mumming.
You got the mental image of TV static in a cardboard box, and then when you say mummy, it's of a stereotypical cartouche from off a coffin, but like an actual sarcophagus in a box in their head.
Okay, right. I showed Eric what this looked like, so I'm going to show you what this looks like. Just don't break anything in half, because he barely stopped himself last time. And she thinks back to the, like, sea of ick and bones and problems that she had to fight. Thinks back on what that looked like and smelled like.
Gross. Why should I taste it? Ugh, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had to taste that too. So.
You got a memory. Think it's a memory of Alex chasing something in the sewers and then the floor going underneath them. And then you know what sewer water tastes like.
Ew. Is it worse than the hate or not?
It's worse, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what we've been trying to stop. That's what those worm cultists wanted to let go, you know. That's what they were worshipping. So those motherfuckers and their Pentax friends did enough damage for that motherfucker to get out at this point in time. So we have days before that breaks out, and I need to postpone a date so I can go fight that. Again.
You don't just want to move the date to fighting that? Nothing gets the blood pumping like a little bit of ripping and tearing.
You get this little bit of anger. Well, I'm not letting that thing anywhere near you guys.
Aw, wild thing. We kill those things. That's what we're for.
I'm not letting that motherfucker anywhere near you guys.
Made us to do it.
Well, I'm going to spare you that one. The last time that motherfucker got out, he turned one of you, I believe when the Glasswalkers were called Rail Wolves originally, into a fucking table before they could do anything to him. And yes, a literal table.
You get the mental image of a, like, bearskin rug, but it's a wolf, but it's got table legs coming out from underneath it. The fuck?
Yeah, that thing has mage magic because that's what it was originally. You just decide, oh, I want to be immortal and use all this other bullshit, so fuck you guys. So no offense meant to any of you, I'm not letting that bastard near any of you if I can do something about it.
The fuck?
If it was a normal brain or something, sure. This is not normal. This guy is not normal in general. Mummies aren't supposed to have all that shit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure mummies aren't supposed to exist.
Yeah, apparently there's a lot of them in the East. But anyway, so I need to go talk to Eric and postpone, because it's either going to be, oh, the world ends on Monday, or I am going to either not be alive by Monday, or beat to shit before I can get there.
Well, I'd say we're coming along, but clearly
No, you're
don't
not.
want that. So don't dispense with the details with the boss man, otherwise he'll insist.
Why would he insist on coming along?
What part of made by God to kill these things do you not understand? There's a mental image of a large, beautiful woman who's towering over the entire planet, and thousands of werewolves tearing apart that goo monster.
I'm not really sure how the hell I'm going to phrase this to him then. Or I need to postpone date so I could go beat something up. Or get killed by it. One of the two. Did I mention that thing really hates me as well? Because it's my ancestor that sealed him in, so he's gonna gun my ass, I think.
You're really up shit's creek, aren't you, Wild Thing?
Yeah. It's not good. But, problem my people didn't solve, so I need to solve it before it becomes someone else's problem.
Yeah, good fucking luck. Since you clearly don't want backup.
I am not risking your lives. You talked to Chun yet about changing other things anyway? As Tal desperately tries to change the flipping topic.
Wow, Wild Thing, your brain is really caught on dicks. You now know exactly what sort of penis Alex wants.
But you didn't want to know. Like, well, at least you can get sorted. Anyway. You know about the hunters, that's good. I did not think the glassworkers were going to actually share that intel.
Well, for a while there, we were a lot better at working together. Werewolves in general. But, you know, then God fucking dies. Thousands of years of bad blood, and it's a bad situation.
Well, they're not the easiest to work with either, I'm gonna be honest, if a bunch of angry people in a room.
The trick is usually to get them angry at the right thing. The loss of cohesion, it really hurt. But, you know, world didn't end despite the thing that was supposed to end it happening. We're still here, there's still work to be done. And now, for some reason, there's more of us. Apparently, the whole thing's hereditary. I'm not related to anybody. It just kind of fucking happened. Fucking... I think it's Tires was just a normal dog.
You get this flash of Stella's mind of, I think... Probably, it was, it was Tires telling her about what kinfolk are and her confusion of what the fuck do I do about this now.
Oh, are you kin?
Apparently.
Well, for like 1,000 fucking years or something, only kin had a good chance of making another werewolf, so I don't know if that's true anymore. Apparently, it could just happen to any sufficiently pissed off enough teenager. Case in point.
Damn, okay. Well, that was changed.
Yeah, no, they said puberty, my body would undergo radical changes, and I always thought that would make me more comfortable in my own skin and shit. And it kinda does, turning into a big fucking murder tank rips. I kinda hoped it would get me a dick.
No, apparently Mage is gonna get you that.
Sucks. Oh, I don't think I'm on my period. And I'm on a fucking stakeout to make sure the guys moving the fucking giraffes don't pull a fast one. Do you know how boring it is looking at depressed giraffes overnight? While you're having cramps? And Cletus is no fucking help.
Where the fuck is he? Was he supposed to be helping you?
He's in the driver's seats. He wasn't going to the pharmacy to get me anything. I've got pads, but like, taking this job too fucking seriously.
Do you want me to come drop something off invisibly?
No, I worked a rote. Alright, I've got... one of those mice.
Yeah.
Should be back with some aspirin any minute now.
Okay. You don't know where your boss is by chance, do you?
I think he stepped sideways last night. Doing something in the Umbra.
Oh my god, I don't want to go to the Umbra yet, god damn it. That's going to be a very bad trip again. Shit. I'm guessing there is no fucking signal in the Umbra. I've never tried calling someone in the Umbra.
The Umbra is the untamed forces of the wild in nature. You get a vision of a topsy-turvy explosion of color and wild growth, where every plant is shifting between different flora and genus, and like a constant shifting kaleidoscope of nature and wilderness. Phones don't exist there.
You get this image of like Stella stepping out of her body where it's just this spirit and going, yeah, I can get there, unfortunately, not the way I intend.
Look, I don't think he was gonna be there long. You could wait it out and not have to step sideways.
Might have to.
Give his phone a call around like 6. If not, drink deep and descend. Actually, do you have any ayahuasca? You might need ayahuasca.
Question for the DM, because the player doesn't know what the fuck that is.
It is a type of drug used in Native American ritual purposes.
It's also a closed practice, so you're unlikely to be able to get it anywhere without some kind of license.
I was thinking, why would I need that?
One of the tribes uses it. Use it. They're kind of mad about that. It's a close practice, but like, we're all working with Gaia here. I think someone is able to make something in a bathtub to fill the same purpose.
Oh, so you use it as a tool to get into the Umbra.
A lot of psychedelics will help.
Well, it's a good thing I don't need any of that.
Okay. Wild thing bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not the right type to step in physically, but my soul can get there. My mind can get in there.
Well, when you try, just understand, wild thing, you're going to a wild place. Nothing makes sense. Don't try to have it make sense. We can walk around pretty fine because we're part spirit. You're not.
You get an image of like that hole in her soul where Bert is just like, hello.
You have a renter. That doesn't mean you're from there.
No, but he's got opinions. And making things make sense is going to sound stupid, but to mages that is just don't ask questions, it just works. To get a wild image array of the pillar of fire, of her setting the place on fire, the crazy amount of what the fuck we did with the bloody hobgoblin, and various other small what the fuck was this magic moments of sense does not exist.
There's a flash of a face of a man with a slightly pained expression. When you say the word, it just works. I'm not sure if Stella knows what Bethesda or Todd Howard
She would
is.
know.
It's
She would know.
You get a flash of Todd Howard when you say that phrase.
You know that's accurate. That would be something. Oh god.
Does
please
Tell
don't
Me
have
Lies
image.
play?
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
I had to know.
No.
Damn.
Alex doesn't know who Todd Howard is. She just knows the memes. Well, he actually knows.
Yeah, that's accurate. And now you know some mage shenanigans.
So do you hang up? Do I hang up?
No, hang up.
You
Good luck
get a
on the
mental
second.
image of like burning hot rage and anger. It's actually enough to kind of get your blood boiling, like when you see a video or a YouTube clip of someone doing something stupid and it just pisses you the fuck off.
Like Alex,
you
that
only
might
brought
be
back one fucking pill?
I knew it.
She looks at the time. It's like, "Ah, I'll bring you something." Hangs up. Takes a minute to breathe, going, dang, that feels really angry. Fuck. Text, Eric, you got a minute today?
Send the text.
Mhm.
Will not get a response. At least not for a while.
Probably then get ready for the actual like morning meeting she had with everyone else and with Ancient Williard.
Hmm.
And then the text would say, "You've got a minute. It's something important came up," and that's it. And then on to everyone else until her afternoon of getting Alex some meds.
Yeah, we're gonna flash forward because we've had that conversation at the diner.
Yep. But I mean, go over to like Eleanor or Yana.
Would anyone else like a turn, or are we staying with Stella?
You can go with Stella some more.
You just want to see me paradox my ass trying to get a werewolf some medicine.
It would be funny, but the only thing I need to do is apparently take whatever jugs Willard shows up with and fill them. Other than that,
You
I'm
got to
currently
watch
reading a
me
book on
ruin
nuclear
breakfast.
physics and the manufacturing of a thorium salt reactor. It's fine.
Ugh.
I don't know if that's a meme or if you're actually looking up how reactors work.
It's not a meme. She's basically trying to make a quote-unquote perfect fission reactor out of the quintessence if she does need it for a bomb. She's got nothing else to do, at least the three of Norse sitting at home. It's that, or she sits there and plays Sims, and she is a person of productivity.
Oh, I meant a thorium reactor.
Oh no, it's a thing.
Cool. Sure, well, let's hop over to the Barnes residence then. Give Wolf a little bit of time to think on things.
Wolf will never come to the conclusion that she can just text Eleanor and the pills will pop up in her pocket.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to keep on doing this to Eleanor. Like, I need you for this
She's
every
more
slightest
than willing to
inconvenience.
do it. If you call her and ask her to do something, it will be done expeditiously, like
It'll give her something to
horrifyingly
do.
fast. By the time the text is like sent and believed to have been read, your coat pocket is gonna have probably 6 fucking pills in it.
Please give Eleanor the enrichment.
Sure.
She needs it. She's like a hamster
She
without a wheel right now.
Does. She's
Okay, fine.
accomplished just about everything she's wanted to, and right now she's trying to just find something else to do with herself.
Right after the thing with Alex, he just texts Eleanor, like, can you get some of these pain medications to this location where this dude is? Just drop it on his lap.
Do you give like an exact
Wait.
medication?
What did he say in the fort for the
So
Would he,
you would have gotten a flash of whatever painkiller they're using. It's over the counter. Your boy does not have ovaries, so he doesn't know what's good for menstrual cramps.
Nothing.
Well, Eleanor would know, so just whatever she probably has.
Yep. Whatever that was, like, here's his location, drop it on his lap. Please and thank you. I mean, you could spy on him if you wanna.
It's not worth the effort. She's just gonna she's gonna get the pills, and she probably has like one of those. It's probably like her dad's old one of like a pill organizer, but like one of the ones that's like separate completely by each day instead of the big long line of them. And she's just gonna put the pills in one of those, and I guess then try and like view the location and send it to him.
Sure.
All right, correspondence 2. That would be a 1 success, being a 10 on the soul die.
Okay. You will see them. They are currently in the back of a truck in the parking lot behind the Amity Park Zoo, screaming at a rat that isn't there, while Cletus is out of the truck trying to get them to calm down.
All right. Now to send the pills. I think she's gonna make it kind of goofy, and this will probably pull what is it? Paradox. But when she sends it, she also wants to do like a little obnoxious light arrow that briefly hovers and points at the pills.
Okay, that's going to be
Oh
correspondence.
no, actually, it does like the video game shimmer. It does the shimmer of like, there's a key item right here, where it just kind of like highlights the item for a brief second.
Yeah, that'll be correspondence forces.
Okay, difficulty. This is a good roll.
This is vulgar. They're technically not witnesses because werewolves, they don't count as sleepers. So that's going to be +5 correspondence. I think it's 3 to move something across city.
Well, I have 3 successes that are all above 8. So if the difficulty
Yeah,
isn't
well then
8,
that's 3 successes minimum.
I had an 8, 9, 10.
So you do your spell, you play your music, you do your hand motions, and this little like daily pill organizer disappears into your vest pocket, and then appears on the ground next to these 2 werewolves having an episode in the parking lot of this strip mall. And there is a shimmering glow around it and a bing, 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 bing noise. And they both stop and they look at the pills. They both stare at it with a deeply confused look on their faces. Was that from Stella?
The
Well, that's
greatest
actually get
Uber
him some-
delivery of all time.
The last thing that went through Alex's mind was, I'll get you the pills, hold on.
Yeah, no, they're still looking at it confused. Alex bends over, picks them up. Then he says, "Oh, you're not eating pills from off the floor. I know
They're
where
in a
the
little box. They're in a little box.
Alex shoots him a glare, just like, no, come on, they already think that we eat stuff out the garbage, Alex. No one's here to see it, Cletus. They pop it open, just knock back everything in the container in one go. Now, you're either gonna bitch about me eating pills off the floor, apologize for not going and getting me some yourself, or stare at the depressed giraffes while they try to lower a crane down. Better yet, pick two. Oh, fine, I'm sorry. I'm gonna watch the giraffes now. This is just weird. How the fuck are they? Are we sure this is humane? I mean, they're sedated. I don't fucking know, Cletus. We're just supposed to make sure that no unauthorized assets show up. Just fucking... Ugh. They climb back into the truck.
God damn.
Job done. Back to my research book.
After the meeting, you do hear some feet coming into whatever room you're in, and you see the familiar cybernetically augmented face of Turo.
Oh.
There's somebody at the door.
Is it a bald man dressed weirdly like a priest?
I don't know exact. Sure.
Oh, you don't know what a priest is, do you?
I mean, I know what a priest is, but only in, like, the soap opera one. I've seen that flicking channels a few times. Some guy, they keep calling him father, and he does a blessing, and he's sleeping with someone's wife.
Okay, you were close until that last part.
I mean, it's TV, most of it's bullshit.
Yeah, especially soap operas. All right. I'm already on it. Thank you, Toro. And she's heading right back downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
She opens the door, but does the, like, stands in the doorway. What did he bring? What did he bring to...
Just himself from the looks of it. Gives you a nod. Says something.
You said you were bringing containers?
He looks around, says something.
She's standing right in the doorway. She should be able to hear him.
Oh, does that... I thought that stopped at the door. My bad.
She'd do, like, the kind of, like, lean on the edge of the doorway.
Oh, okay. It would be a little inconvenient to produce them out in the open.
That's fair. All right, come on in. But you're staying in the foyer.
Mm-hmm. He steps inside.
She absolutely closes and locks the door.
Mm-hmm. Lovely home you have.
Thank you. Now, jugs, please.
I'm working on it. He reaches into his breast pocket and pulls out a tablet and begins typing something in. And in a almost Star Trek-like transporter beam of light, several like plastic boxes. They don't look quite like a milk jug. They're, you know, those like little segments that you get on some plastic containers, like a water bottle? It is a blue plastic container in like a sort of cubic form, each about the size of a milk jug, but they're stackable and...
They're definitely some form of like exact unit.
Yes, exactly. Cubic fluid volume transferring devices with an easy spigot at the top and bottom. Scientifically designed for purpose and definitely overproduced, but with a fair bit of wear and tear on them, like they've seen active.
It's the farm equipment of clean water. That's you
Kinda,
you
yeah.
know that there's been millions of gallons have gone through those containers.
Yeah, it's not polished up and clean like you might expect from a technocratic asset. It's seen somewhere, it's been in use, is what I'm getting at.
How many of them does he have?
He needed 30 units of quintessence. So there's 3-gallon containers.
Double checking again just so that I remember right, because it doesn't look like I wrote it down. How much did making the bomb orb use of the quintessence?
I believe that was also 30. Or 30.
Okay.
Um,
So I should have 70 right now.
Thereabouts. Let's see.
I was just making. I was like, is it 60 or is it 70 that I have right now? She is at this point. She is meticulously harvesting it after finding out that basically all of the stuff spilled back at the factory, and she is saving it for her own shenanigans.
It was 10. I'm double checking because I wrote this down. Yeah, it was 30 quintessence total. So you should have 70 right now. You'll be left with 40.
Gotcha.
Do you need help getting this downstairs?
No, I got it. She's gonna scoop them all up into her hands, basically like one trip style. I assume they have handles.
They do. There's 10 of them, and they're all a little bit bigger than a milk jug.
Watch me. 5 in each hand. That's doable.
Yeah, one for each finger.
For the sake of it, give me a dexterity athletics.
Dexterity athletics or strength athletics?
Dexterity. They're not heavy. It's a matter of them being cumbersome.
What is athletics? Okay. I know Agile's not going to count, so I'm not going to bother asking.
No, it will.
Oh, okay.
It's a matter of being
difficulty.
able to handle them and getting them down the stairs without making a fool of yourself. Difficulty 6.
Gotcha.
Let's call it 5.
3 successes.
You actually manage to carry all of these containers in 2 arms down the stairs. Turo is following you slightly nervously. Agent Willard, you see an eyebrow go up from behind his shades as you get them all down the stairs.
Turo, would you please watch our guest? Keep him company.
Okay. He looks at the ape looks at him.
This is also about to be a test to see if Eleanor needs to teach Turo etiquette.
So, do you like TV or radio? I enjoy the music, yes. Okay, I'm gonna go put on the radio. Turo looks around, runs into the kitchen, pulls out a chair from the kitchen. Shit here. Alright. Eleanor, you head downstairs.
Yes. It sounded like you said that they came with siphon equipment, so it shouldn't be too hard to get them into the jugs.
Yeah, there is a... This has to exist, but I have not personally seen it. There is a tube, like a plastic bendy tube, with a single, like, device in the center of it that's a little hand pump. You squeeze it like one of those strength testers.
Oh, it's a siphon pump.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
don't
get
have
the
to do
flow going, and then it basically just pulls it out itself.
Yeah, so you don't have to do the mouth thing. And you can squeeze it again to arrest the flow.
There is another weird way to do it, which is basically pumping the hose back and forth. I had to do that one time for an aquarium. It's not easy. All right.
It takes a few minutes, but you fill up the containers for Agent Willard.
Yeah. Now for the
You
hardest
can-
part of carrying them all up in one trip.
While you're doing it, you can faintly hear country music and like some pop coming from upstairs.
Oh no, is it Jelly Roll?
Oh no, it's an eclectic mix of just like whatever Turo can
Okay,
find.
it's going back and forth. My was like, what is pop and country together? Jelly Roll. Chapel Run? Sometimes covers. Some covers of country songs. I know she's done like Dolly Parton country songs. Dolly Parton, I take it back. Dolly Parton is the perfect like rock, pop, and country.
It's fun you mentioned that, because by the time you come back up, Agent Willard is not sitting in the doorway. He's in your living room with Turo by the radio, and Working 9 to 5 has come on.
How's he look? Does he look entertained, or does he look like as uncomfortable as possible?
Turo is nodding like he has been given sage wisdom and his mind is expanding because he didn't know you could mix his two favorite genres. And Agent Willard is just looking implacably forward at the radio.
Am I getting the idea that Agent Willard turned this song on, or that it came on randomly and Turo was hearing it for the first time?
Agent Willard is taking his hand off the radio. After hearing a few songs, you have a feeling that Agent Willard has done something to make your radio play Dolly Parton.
You know, I didn't expect you to be entertaining him when I came back.
I didn't expect to meet a great ape who had a budding interest in, well, music.
He has a budding interest in a lot of things. You should see him cook.
This reminds me of the doldrums of being a guard at the zoo. It speaks to my pained existence. I need more of this.
Oh god, you've given him this first step to class consciousness.
We did try to implement communism before it went wrong.
Yeah, but then didn't you also overthrow it?
I wasn't around then, but it was a good idea executed poorly.
I meant the general you as in... I almost said tech bros. Technocracy, that's the word.
Tech Bros is a good descriptor for the pieces of shit trying to co-opt the movement, though. You need help with any of those other containers?
Nah, this is all of them.
You're showing off.
Yes, I am. It's very fun.
I won't get in the way of your fun.
Where do you want me to put them?
Anywhere
She has
will be
like
fine.
4 of them in each hand with like 1 under each armpit.
Anywhere will be fine, just... I mean, those are durable containers, just, you know, don't spike them into the ground, I guess.
That's easy. She's just gonna lean down and put the ones in her hands down before loosening the ones under her arms.
He pulls out his tablet, starts typing on it. So do you have an end game for after this, or any sort of plans for the future?
Not currently, the world just opened up.
I'm just going to exercise the unlimited freedom before you and just, what? Continue teaching a monkey about... Oh, he doesn't say monkey. He specifically does not say a monkey. Specifically teaching a great ape about the wonders of music and cuisine.
Well, that's more on the in my free time situation. I don't know. Maybe I'll keep hunting vampires.
He pauses and looks up from his tablet and is trying to just, like, get a gauge on you.
She's just staring down at him. a sort of like down her nose look, but definitely not intended to be sniveling.
I'm sorry,
I don't know.
it's just that... When you get enlightened, when you realize the truth, usually people have something they want to do with that.
I have been doing what I want to do. I'm more of a one step at a time kind of person. Do the job that's in front of me, figure it out afterwards.
Mm-hmm. I've kind of noticed that. Well, it seems like we're entirely on the same side now. At least against whatever the fuck this old thing is. The same teleporter effect happens over the containers. I do hope whatever you land on isn't a problem.
I try my best not to be a problem.
Oh no, you try your very best to be a very large problem for very shitty people.
Yeah, but most of the time they don't know it's me till it's, let's say, far too late.
Yeah, I respect that. Just
it's
the
kind of fun.
Self-preservation part of my brain is trying to make sure that I know you're not considering me the type of person to be removed.
Well, as long as you don't show up here unannounced or send anybody else unannounced, I don't think we'll have a problem.
Territorial thing, aren't you?
Just a little bit. And she does like the like pinch finger.
Out of curiosity, how do you feel about the status quo of the world?
Do you mean as an entire whole, or
Current state of affairs?
Everything is fucking awful. Before magic, fucking understanding the world was simple. Post-scarcity, enforced scarcity, yada yada yada. Knowing that magic is here, and things can be made from effectively nothing, everything just got infinitely worse.
Yeah. Feels like that a lot. We're trying to solve it, but it beggars belief. That's what makes it hard.
Starting to think maybe y'all should have been more forceful with that, hypertech? What was the last thing y'all introduced? Smartphones?
Technically, yes.
How long did y'all have cloning?
Oh no, we've had cloning for a while, but there was a matter of ethics on public rollout.
Ethics, sure.
Believe it or not, we do have an ethics department.
I don't believe it's very effective.
Well, they take the grand calculus into effect. Doing something fucked up now versus how many lives it could save for a creator, and the future is always long. Part of why we had a little more leeway operating in the front line. Upper management is an excellent resource, but their morals are askew. They're literally disconnected.
Is that because they're physically disconnected?
They usually have one or two fundamental forces of physics that act against their ability to continue existing on Earth and don't understand the meaning of scope creep. So, both.
So you're saying their view is too broad or too focused?
Too absolute. They don't understand that the front lines are messy.
Oh, so they're playing gods through telephone?
Their spreadsheet, their formulas, they don't match up because they're not taking into account a million variables that can't be controlled. God, you would happen with God fucking string theory and fabric reality. That wasn't us, by the way. It's too messy.
I'm not even sure I want to know what was or wasn't y'all at this point.
It's a rabbit hole, and it keeps going down and down and down.
I think I'm just going to live under the solid assumption that the current system is all y'all's fault.
In a certain sense, yes. Though anti-vaxxers is entirely your camp.
She just like the point at her chest and like the eyebrow goes up and it's just like, really?
Hey, I'm part of the technocracy and you use the royal we on me.
That's completely fair, actually. In my defense, though, I'm vaccinated.
Good, you're not stupid.
Okay, but germ theory's real, right? This is the point where like her face softens and then she's like, wait a minute.
No, it is. We've made sure it is. It's predictable.
Oh.
It's repeatable. It can be fought against. And as long as everyone's buying in, it keeps working.
Okay, but what about the fear of immune organisms? Now she's just gonna have a conversation on like she's book smart. She's like only read books and stuff, so she hasn't had like theory or practicality or anything. So she just now has questions.
So this is what we call terror. It is the idea of taking theoretical, practical, and making it normal. There are forces acting against that normality. Paranoia and mass fear are one of those forces. Mistrust of technology, and especially amongst those smart enough, skepticism about the hype, those are also weapons. If you've ever seen some new tech put kibosh on by power users knowing it's bullshit, that's usually us fighting our splinter group or our splinter group fighting us.
Okay, but what about that one Korean scientist that was supposed to be like the Isaac Newton of cloning that just embezzled all the money and then faked all the research?
There are intermediary steps. Your group calls them sorcerers.
The scientist was, or?
So the scientist ones are, I forgot the exact term off the top of my head, enhanced citizen. They learn the math and the science, and then do the thing. Sometimes you pick an agent, do that, who's an untrustworthy sack of dog shit.
So that was a personal.
The Technocratic Union is usually quite good about these sorts of things, but especially in the last decades, recruiting's been slacking.
I'm starting to think it's been more than slacking, considering the one we messed with was a tech bro. Y'all are really scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
No, that's the splinter group. That's the oligarchs.
Fair. Are you telling me that the primary group doesn't employ tech bros?
We try not to, but the structure of the organization is kind of the problem.
I'm gonna guess Wall Street is y'all's things too.
It was.
Was?
We've been going into some very radical restructuring. You have the results of some of that.
Did you get the idea that he's talking about the stuff that she stole from Moore? Is that what he's referring to?
Oh. I'll say this. He's referring to the severed head.
Oh, gotcha.
Ideas are very valuable, Miss Barnes, and people have a lot of them. Sometimes greedy people get enlightened, decide to twist ideas to their benefit. I believe the technical term is nefandi. They imagine someone who has the powers of a mage, but decides that since reality's bullshit, the only recourse is to burn it all down.
I want to double check. Did Baki ever give them a lesson on Nefandi?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he did, which is why I'm saying, would Eleanor have an understanding? She knows Marauders, but I don't think they had, negative mages explained.
I think if he did, it was a bullet point.
Oh, Stella mentioned him from a
rant.
book? Mm-hmm.
Anyway, their corruptive force. They tend to infiltrate groups, and we're pretty sure one of the major splinters between our organizations was their fault. You have to be vigilant about this sort of thing, and that's one of the many things that upper management very bad at finding on.
Hmm. She just kind of looks at him like she does like the chin, like thinking kind of look. Just okay, I may have other goals after this.
Well, have fun figuring that out.
He does he do the dad, the hands on knees?
He just stands the rest of the way up and starts going for your door.
Well, thanks for swinging by. Don't come back.
He gives you a curt nod before opening the door and leaving.
She doesn't say anything else and just closes the door.
Mm-hmm.
And when she closes it, locks it, and then turns and just stares at Toro. Didn't I say to leave him in the foyer?
So, when I was putting on music for him to listen to, he said that he had a very good song I would like. And then, I tried to find it on the radio. I couldn't, so he said he could do it, and then he did it, and I'm sorry.
So was that before or after you moved him from the foyer?
Oh, I brought him the chair for the sitting in the foyer, and then he was supposed to listen from the foyer, and then after,
I turn around and look for the chair he just mentioned.
the chair is in the foyer.
Oh, he actually did bring a chair, okay.
But he said it was really good, and he was right.
Dolly Parton is good, thank you, Toro.
Next time I'll bring the radio to him.
You don't need to bring music to every guest we have. Sometimes just a drink is enough, Toro.
Right,
Water, tea, or coffee.
Okay.
Water, tea, or coffee.
Okay. Water, tea, okay, I got it.
Or if it's somebody you look at and feel like you really vibe with, a cigar. Outside.
Those are for me.
Okay, but have you ever smoked with someone else?
You don't smoke, and neither does Yana or Stella.
That's what I'm telling.
Stella smokes.
If you find someone that you seem to vibe with, which is just, I don't know how else to describe it to you, buddy, than just somebody who feels like you.
His brow raises as he looks at you with like a little bit of confusion, just like how self-evident that is. Okay, sure.
You'll know when it happens.
Okay. I'm gonna. So, can I try your computer?
What do you want to do?
I need to look up more of this.
The songs?
Yes.
You want to look up Dolly Parton songs?
I would like to look up Dolly Parton.
How about I get you an old iPod?
Okay.
And I'll just get you all of her songs.
That would be very nice, thank you.
All right, Jim, I got something to do now.
Okay, two things. He doesn't know you can look stuff up on his phone. He thinks it's for calling.
I know, that's why I was saying that Eleanor
he has
could
a
use
phone?
the
I forget
phone.
he has a phone. I
Yeah, he
forgot
has the phone Willard gave me. So he has a phone if you want to just show him how to
never
look
mind.
up stuff
Yeah,
on his
she
phone.
would be like, all right, give me your phone.
Second thing, he doesn't know Stella smokes. And those are still his cigars. You have to bring
Yours
your
are
own.
his cigars. You have to bring your own.
So I've never smoked in Eleanor's house because it's in Eleanor's house.
Yeah, you'd get hit.
Yeah,
she doesn't even smoke in her own apartment. She smokes outside, and last time she needed a smoke, Trin almost hit her with a pan. So she's been kind of off of that. She's been high on life.
Yeah. Turo
Yeah,
knows
she
he's
would
supposed to
take his
smoke in
phone
the
instead
backyard.
and just introduce him to YouTube.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. No,
she
you
thinks
can't.
it's fine because she's never had like a YouTube account or anything, so she's never ended up with like the essentially like, pre-programmed algorithm or anything. So all her recommended are just like whatever's trending.
It's what year are we in? It's gonna be like alt-right pipeline stuff or flat
crazy.
Earth.
I'm just showing him music. I'm just taking him
Oh
to
god,
Dolly
it's
Parton
gonna be
Vivo.
it's gonna be flat Earth.
It's
We'll
fine.
find
He's
out how that
not a
develops
mage.
later.
Good. It'll be funny.
I can't.
You guys come around from the corner. Turo rushes in the room like Kramer and fucking Seinfeld. Guys, did you know there were mummies who created the entire ocean in Atlantis?
Oh god, he found ancient aliens.
I don't know if he found ancient aliens or if he found one of the conspiracy theorists in the shorts.
I'm gonna introduce you to Mini Minute Man. It'll be fine.
These supplements. They will make my people stronger.
No, you don't. You're fine.
Oh wait, he's been watching Alex Jones. Oh no.
Oh no.
They're making the frogs homosexual.
No, he's gonna be like listening to the Joe Rogan podcast because he saw him.
Oh no.
Because he saw like the ape face.
He'd
be like, "Yes,
finally
my
understands
people."
what it means to vibe with someone when you look at them, and he just looks at Joe Rogan and just touches his phone. Brother.
No, no.
What have you done?
I don't want to have to throw out the whole ape. Don't make me lose my ape son.
Okay.
Okay, we fight this memory and start over.
I'll do it. I have time.
Okay, who are we going to next?
I think I'm up.
Okay.
I gotta go have lunch with my aunt and learn how to Shadowlands.
Before you come back to realizing what has happened to your ape son.
I'm gonna be very sad. I'm a very young mother. I'm not ready for for this conversation.
Suddenly asks Stella to start mind wiping. She's like, maybe this is okay.
You
It could be a
give me
moral ground for it. She's like, no, wait, this is okay.
We can't make him forget the Joe Rogan podcast. He'll just see it again.
So, we find Yana a couple hours after breakfast on her way to, or actually probably at her aunt and uncle. I'm going to bring up the picture of the morgue because it's a funeral home.
Yeah.
But you'll be probably upstairs in the business, which is also their house. Do you go straight there after breakfast?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk off the horrificness of breakfast and probably have the world's worst experience using public transport.
Oh, yeah, no. So this is something that happened to me a few times. You got on the bus, you paid your fare. On the way there, you somehow managed to get stuck in traffic in an intersection, and the bus driver won't let you off the bus. Even though you spent 20 minutes in a crosswalk.
Cool.
Somehow, the suburban streets that barely have any people on it are just bumper to bumper.
Yeah. Awesome. It's all day today. All day. Mm-hmm.
You get there about 11. Phoebe greets you.
So let me get this straight. I'm coming over to Phoebe's.
Mm-hmm.
I have at least gotten rid of the orange juice dust, so that's no longer on me.
Mm-hmm.
I was stuck in a bus. I'm going to assume a bus with no air conditioning.
Air condition. Oh, it's
Because the air
October,
conditioner
so
broke.
it's not hot.
No, it's humid. It's humid. It's sticky.
It is South Carolina, so.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The bus was full. There were several animals on it who were meowing and, like, losing their shit.
Uh-huh.
So you were forced to stand the whole way.
Yep.
While a very distressed cat was yowling its head off.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look like I've been through it. My hair is like half stuck to my forehead.
Phoebe opens the door, takes one look at you. Well, you've come to the funeral home, right? Do you want a shower? Or, like, a coffee?
Do you want to see if I can make your water heater explode? It's been like this all morning.
This is Paradox Backlash?
Yeah,
Okay, you're not going near the water.
I thought so. I got to chew orange juice this morning. It was an experience. Can I come in?
Please.
Awesome. I apologize in advance for anything that falls over, tumbles over, or spills within a few feet radius of me.
You
You know,
when these
you'd
sorts of
think the
things happen to
paradox-
me, I just tend to bunker down, but it sounds like we have a tight timetable.
Yeah, you'd think that the Paradox Police would understand that we're trying to stop, like, the end of at least this area code, but no, apparently I still get this.
Can I get you anything to drink? Preferably something that won't leave stains?
Water. Water will do. Ugh.
She brings you in, sets you down in her kitchen. Before you sit down, she checks the chair several times over to make sure it isn't loose or anything. She then checks the table to make sure it's not, like, unbalanced or loose or anything like that, then sets down the glass, which she checks several times wasn't chipped. Sets it in front of you.
DM, does this make a bit of difference, or am I about to have a wet jean situation on top of what I am assuming is a shirt with a very annoying thread that I can't pull?
Would you like to find out?
I need the water.
Mm-hmm. You pick the water
I
up.
need it.
You take a drink. You don't spill it all over yourself.
Heaven. Sustenance that I do not have to chew, nor ends up in my lap for the second time today. I'm just gonna hold the glass until I empty it, and then I'm gonna set it down.
She sits down herself, crosses a leg, looks at you. So, what does my wayward niece bring into my lap besides a pile of bad luck?
Mildly inconvenient luck. It's not that bad. I mostly bring the mummy trying to, end this general area code and the very inconvenient method of which he has been held in place. Oh, and some money, thanks to the technocracy. I am convinced they don't know how much breakfast costs.
For being so obsessed with capital, they don't really pay that much attention to it.
Yeah. He paid $100 for a 3 meal of like nothing. So I guess I took the rest of it, used it to pay for my way here, and I figure I'll pass on the rest so that it doesn't become cursed from my general presence. I don't know if they protect the money against that, actually. Is that why it's got the weird triangle and eye on it?
Yeah,
So you can't curse legal tender?
I don't. Well, you can put curses on money, but I don't really pay that much heed to what the enemy does, unless they're currently in my sights.
Oh,
That's more of
that's
your
fair.
uncle's thing. Or this was. Still kind of is. You can take the punk out of the streets, but you can't really ever get the punk.
Yeah, I've learned. Also, you can't make fun of their music. They take it very personally.
That's how you get the message out.
Yeah, I mean more of the idea that maybe their music tastes have gotten dated and punk has kind of moved on. You know, we're all stuck in our eras, right? It'll happen to me probably sooner rather than later.
Time has a horrible habit of sneaking up on you.
Yeah. Well, unless you're me and then you sneak up on it. I've been messing with some weird timey-wimey stuff recently, and it's interesting. It's interesting what you can do with it. Mostly what you can undo with it. That's not what we're here to talk about. Shadowlands, right?
Correct.
I looked up some stuff, read some stuff, checked some books, and I still feel like I have no idea how this is going to go. It's remarkable how much information I can find on everything else and how little information I can find on this.
Well, before we dive into the secrets and the various teachings, tell me what you already know. Your impressions, the vibe check.
The vibe check, so not like the stuff I actually found in the books.
Is not the word?
Well, a vibe check's more like how I generally feel about it rather than the actual, like, knowledge base. The vibe check in my case would be that, from what I've seen of it, it's an immutable space of impressions of time and feelings that continually press down on and recede like an ocean. Because that's kind of how I felt the first time I had to deal with it. But I know that there's like an upper umbra and a lower umbra, and the lower is what we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it doesn't function nor move like our realm does. It's not quite so steadfast. So spaces and time are weird there.
Time is not different. Space is. The Umbra is kind of the collective unconscious, if that is a good term for it. The Shadowlands is a collective term for many afterlives, not all of them. It's a memory. Ghosts, the ones we are dealing with in this situation, are memories. There is debate if they're even someone's actual soul.
They seem very sure of themselves for just being memories.
If you remembered being you, you would remember being sure you existed. I am of the opinion that they are in fact human souls, and the Shadowlands themselves are a single afterlife. A sort of agnostic, atheistic limbo.
So, from everything I've seen, it just gets... It's like clay. The hands or the memories in this case give it shape, and so it gets cut into a bunch of different afterlives based on what the memories of these people remember believing. Kind of. Yeah.
It's like a collection of constantly falling ocean snow. The particulate matter of higher reality drifts down, and they build sandcastles out of it. Their own ghost kingdoms.
And
places
so
where
the
memories
big afterlives are like whale falls. Big enough to make an impression in the sand.
Whale falls, coral reefs.
So who makes them make the road? He was very sure about the brick debt.
That is a being named Chiron.
Oh, so
Ferrymen
Sharon's
are...
real.
Chiron is real, yes. Many thousands of years ago, he was tasked, we think, with doing what he did in myth. In the ancient past, before the consensus calcified as it has, it was much easier to go into the Shadowlands and the afterlife, and many of our myths are merely misremembered histories.
That sounds about right. Everything I've ever learned about legends is mostly that there is some thread of truth in them that is a misremembered history.
It's less misremembered than what your classes and what your model perceptions would show you.
True.
He
Yeah.
created, through the souls of, well, terrible people, the roads, around the time of the Romans. Because as time marched on, the Shadowlands became more of a more turbulent place. Long ago, it was a calm ocean. Like a placid lake, almost. Currently, we are on the after effects of a great and terrible storm. They call it
The fifth
tempests down
maelstrom.
there.
Oh, they call it Tempest? Okay.
Tempests, maelstroms. There's several words across a dozen languages. More, actually. Every spoken language in human history. But you're not concerned about the politics of the dead, are you?
Not yet. Maybe after all this is done and I can figure out what to do with myself when the world isn't ending.
Yeah, you have all of the possibility that could ever exist before you, so we'll get back to that when the crushing matter of an existential mummy isn't overhead.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been telling everybody. The hand of fortune squeezes on the shoulder.
Honey, I'm just trying to make sure our boat's pointed the right way when we're done.
I know. I'm working on it.
Don't put me out your head, cause it's where I live. I'm just gonna remind you every now. Keep your focus here, I'll keep our focus on the horizon.
Yep. I just constantly feel like I'm hitting snooze on about 40-ish problems that are gonna unsnooze the minute this is over. But we will deal with that when we get there.
Your aunt.
It's carried me this far.
Your aunt takes a sip of her own coffee. So, what was this plan you had exactly again?
All right, so basically from what I understand, there's two sarcophagi. Pretty sure it's sarcophagi. Yeah. One here, one in the Shadowlands, one's holding the body, one's holding the soul. I can kind of see how we got this idea. So, what I'm trying to do, or what the thought was, is we need to get this to the forge so we can turn this guy into the greatest, shiniest brick. And the only way to do that is to move both at the same time, making sure they co-locate to the exact same location wherever we land. At which point, I will open the soul sarcophagi and trap him in a soul jar that we're learning how to make from a dead member of the technocracy, or at least his skull. At which point, we will then give that over to our buddy at the mill, and hopefully all this will be over. If that doesn't work, we have a plan B. I would just really prefer not to do the plan B.
So I'm clear on it. What is plan B?
We have the magical equivalent of a nuclear bomb in the basement.
That's a very large plan B. Where did you get the
B
pieces
is for
to make a
bomb.
bomb?
So you remember the factory that burned down? Well, got raided and kind of burned down? Hardy Hearth?
Gianna, you are concerned about what you're going to do after to stop this thing from destroying the city. If you keep this sort of tempo up, I'm sure the universe will be worried about what you...
I would be more worried about Eleanor, honestly, between the two of us. I didn't make the bomb, she did.
Oh,
Hers
well, okay.
did.
All the same, your mother will be very proud of all the rapidity of what you're getting this done with. You're her daughter.
Proud to be it, I think, as long as I live through this. I would really hate to trip at the 5-yard line.
So you wish to get the ghost of the coffin of the mummy into the Shadowlands, across the city into the industrial park, so you can crush up his soul into a brick.
Yes.
Failing that, you wish to nuke his soul.
Hopefully being able to move him out of the city to do so, but if not, we accept the loss of the Reed House. I've already had to move all of the good stuff out.
This bomb.
Yeah.
This mummy.
Yes.
How to put this? His soul and his body are disconnected?
They seem to be connected, but by maybe a tenuous thread. There was 4 pillars being utilized in the city that kind of kept him separated and trapped, and we're currently down 1.
So, hold on, I'm going to roll Phoebe's intelligence esoterica.
Yeah, I was gonna say esoterica or arcane, here we go.
She's very smart, and this is kind of an area of expertise with her, so I'm giving her 7 dice, because I have an idea that would be safer, and I want to see if she's that smart.
Roll well.
That is 1 success.
Damn it. Our plan it is. I thought about setting off the bomb just where his soul is, but then I heard about what caused the last maelstrom, and I thought that might be a bad idea.
Yes, that would be a major problem. Part of what made that explosion so bad was, from what I understand, it happened in the middle of a war zone while 2 enormous bombs went off, and one of the bombs was in a dead city, which was also a problem. I don't think this would be destruction on that scale enough to cause a soul-shredding storm.
I'm more thinking of not adding to the quakes already going through the area.
As if to punctuate your point, the ground rumbles and a bunch of water splashes out of your cup onto your chest.
All day today. All day.
I'd be concerned about the Paradox backlash, but you felt that, right?
Yeah, I felt that. That was distinct and clear, and I don't think one of mine for the first time.
To be fair, it wasn't one of us the other time when we were at the dim sum place.
That's true, it wasn't us. Well, it was somebody we knew at the dim sum place.
If had lava earthquake was me. But do you wonder if Stella did something? That's the question.
So, I was going to suggest simply destroying his soul in the Shadowlands, but an avatar storm would be very bad.
Yeah, that was... yeah.
You don't know what the avatar
I've
storm
seen...
is, do you?
Not fully.
There is debate about whether or not avatars are reincarnating things. They are. And the avatar storm is what happened when the maelstrom happened. In addition to all of the souls in the tornado, there were also a bunch of angry avatars being swirled together in an actual hurricane.
Oh, that's horrifying.
She empties her coffee, sets it on the table. So you want to know how to step sideways and how to move this box?
I'm kind of hoping I might be able to utilize Eleanor's correspondence on the moving part, but yes. We have to make sure that these move at the exact same time. If they fall out of line with each other, he can probably get out.
Well,
At least that's what the newts say.
so the thing is, stepping sideways is not as easy as it used to be.
Yeah, the calcification, right? Because of everything the technocracy and their lot did.
No. It... She pinches at her chin, tapping it for a moment. The Avatar Storm, the Maelstrom.
Yeah.
It's still happening. It's not as bad as it was. Moving between other worlds, depending on where and how and for how long, it gets harder or easier. Avatar Storm makes going to any Umbral realm harder.
Oh.
The near realms, like the Shadowlands, are easier, but we have to be careful of not having our souls torn to pieces.
Cool. That's a thing that happens when you go there?
It can be if you show up in the worst part of the storm. It is a tempestuous sea. The ferrymen do their jobs to move souls around it. We have our means and magic to get us around. But if you get caught up in it, your soul can be ripped apart or heavily damaged.
What about the werewolves?
You can reconstitute it, but you don't want to have to go through.
Yeah, I would really prefer not to have any more trauma on my personage, especially not metaphysical trauma. I got enough. But the werewolves don't seem to have any problem moving in and out, at least from what they say.
Werewolves are weird.
You're telling me.
Werewolves and vampires and ghosts and fairies, they're a thing. They all seem to follow their own rules. And a lot of their rules ignore how reality actually is. It is an enigma that we have been trying to unravel for thousands of years.
Huh. So would it be easier for like a kinfolk to move between realms? I guess that's something we could figure out another time.
I don't entirely know. I haven't worked much well with werewolves. Seems kind of an occupational hazard.
They're weirdly easy to work with when you get the right ones.
Interesting. Me and your uncle and most of our type, we tend to go after demons, vampires, renegade ghosts.
Yeah, that's more of our issue.
Also techno-mages and people trying to tear apart the fabric of reality.
Yeah. Like this asshole. So I guess it all ends up being the same enemies in the end.
I've never had to deal with a mummy before. This is new ground for me.
It's a technocratic mummy. It's not that new of ground.
One thing you can look forward to, Yana, is life will never be boring.
That's true. It continues to not be boring. I don't know when the last time I knew what day of the week it was, because I'm too busy juggling all of this.
It is Saturday.
Is it?
Saturday,
that explains what was on TV.
2022.
I don't know how you deal with all this and gestures at the the funeral home and this.
Oh, but it's because
This
your
takes
uncle...
everything.
It's because your uncle does the business, I do the embalming and everything else. And when we have the time, we solve murder mysteries and crimes. Also, she points at the wall above the trash can, right next to her refrigerator. I keep a physical calendar. Does a lot of help.
I might have to start doing that. I might seriously have to start doing that. It's October already.
The time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, have you eaten?
Time. I had the world's worst breakfast this morning.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure if I knew you had a full stomach or not.
I have had a very small amount of an oversalted and over peppered and slightly shelly omelet and a orange juice glass I had to chew.
Do you have any change on you? I have, she reaches into her purse, pulls out
Oh yeah.
a nickel, a dime, 3 quarters, and 3 pennies.
I've got 2 dimes, a quarter, and 4 pennies from breakfast that I paid with the technocrats' money.
Oh good, the pennies. We need those. Come, we're going to the morgue.
Did you hear they're thinking of discontinuing pennies?
That would be such a pain in the ass.
Right? Like, does currency change at that point, or do we have to start hoarding pennies?
Well, on the mundane side of things, I suppose we'll just have to round up and down to the nearest nickel. Speak of nickeling and diming then. But for the purposes of this, we need the pennies.
Right. Pennies it is.
She takes you into the morgue, goes to an empty... There's no one on the table right now. She goes to an empty locker, pulls it open, and... I haven't fully considered Phoebe's practice, but here we go. Alright, I'm going to need you to lay down.
On the thing?
Yes. We're crossing over. We're going to cross over through this.
Okay. Do I gotta do anything with where my hands are placed, or...
Someplace restful and away from the side so they don't get caught in anything.
Okay.
You have bad luck right now. Double check yourself.
Before I double wreck myself. Got it. Yana lays down on the table and cannot figure out what to do with her hands. Like, at first it's like holding bouquet. No, you can't cross it like you're going down a water slide. Until she finally kind of settles on just like hand on top of hand on stomach.
She then looks at you. You're at about chest level with her. Okay, now close your eyes.
Yana stares at her for a long moment.
Please. Yana, I am not your mother or your uncle. I'm not going to pull a prank.
Okay. Okay. Close his eyes.
You feel the cold touch of 2 pennies placed over each eye. Open your mouth.
Do I stick out my tongue or just
Yes.
open? Okay.
She places a penny under your tongue. You can close your mouth.
I
Just don't swallow the penny.
Not where I expected that to go. Okay. I got it.
We're using a few bits and bobs from a few different traditions and places and cultures. When you make these sorts of spells, oftentimes pulling from multiple sources makes reality accept them more. It's easier.
Okay.
It also helps that we're doing this inside of my personal chantry, so you feel the case, the dead body locker close. And then you hear a Greek Orthodox prayer. I don't know if Yana knows what the words mean exactly.
She does speak Greek, and she has gone to Orthodox church with her dad and her mom a couple of
It
times.
is a funerary prayer.
Yeah, figured.
Yeah. Effectively asking God to look over the soul and to accept them into heaven and to watch over them.
I've had nightmares about this. I have had nightmares about this exact thing. Just not like, ooh. When you have a family that works in a morgue, your brain does think about what the inside of the body storage box is like.
And then the body, you feel the storage box opening again. And you're cold. Not a shivering cold. Dry and cold. And the air is somewhat stale. And when you come back out... Sorry, guys, I did not prepare art for this. You're in the same room, but everything seems more muted color. And your aunt is there. And you look at your feet at the corpse cabinet, and despite the fact that you were just pulled out of it, it's still closed.
Oh, that's not freaky at all.
We are in the highest level of the Shadowlands right now, and we are currently actively perceiving it. We have done what is called stepping sideways.
Right. I saw that in the book, stepping sideways.
We are physically in this other world.
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about your brother getting cold in there. You are physically here.
Oh, I thought this was more like an astral projection thing. Oh, I'm here.
Astrally projecting is also a thing that can be done.
Mm-hmm.
You simply wish to... Would you have rather done that? I thought you had to move something.
No. Being here is better. I just thought we were... Don't worry about it.
Specificity is you think of it like the genie thing, where the wishes can get twisted. The genie isn't malicious when they do that. You just have to be very specific.
Yeah, I get it. No, this is what we needed. I just didn't... I get it now. Does it always feel like there's ice in my bones?
Yes.
Okay, so I just gotta get used to that. Got it.
You are currently feeling what it is like to be in a place where there is no such thing as a pulse. The memory.
I know what hate tastes like, and I now know what it's like to not have a pulse.
Now,
Cool.
finding your exact way around in this world is tricky. You're moving through half-remembered memories, and the further down you go, the less remembered they are. When me and your
Is
uncle
this like
first...
a
What's that, go ahead?
Ufrete thing? Is this like the Ufrende thing where when your memory passes from the living, it gets harder for anybody to find you? Kind of thing?
Kind of. It is a good metaphor, actually.
Cool.
Think of the Shadowlands like phyllo pastry. Or like ocean sand. Or
Lots of layers.
layers and layers of a book pressing down on it.
Got it.
The top is the newest. As they go down, they squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze, and stuff gets lost and smooshed into it. It's just sort of like a nebulous puddle.
Oh, like the geometric column. Easier to tell the loose versus the ones that get compressed.
Yes. And
Got it.
as they get compressed more and more, well, you will see. When me and your uncle first moved into this place, I could have sworn that we'd get a bigger basement. I thought it would be perfect. I remember clearly that this mortuary would have been twice this big. And that memory is still very clear in my head. She goes over to a wall. I was going to put an entire other rack of refrigerators here, but then lo and behold, when you move everything in, it's not as big as it was. But in here, because of that memory, she pulls the rack out, all the way out, like a set of sliding doors, and it opens up. And there is more unfinished basement in there. An entire duplicate of this basement, but unfinished and bigger. And somehow in the back of it, there's a set of stairs going down. We had to put those stairs in ourselves, but the fact that this remembrance of a space that wasn't there was there, it made it easy.
So, thoughts becoming reality, becoming thoughts? That's fascinating.
Something to that effect. Now, if we go down those stairs, we go into memories your uncle and I never had. Memories of the previous owners of this house. It is strange, follow me.
All right.
It is better to show you than to just tell you.
Right behind you.
Have you ever been in your aunt's attic?
I imagine me and my cousin had to have.
It's a
like,
dusty crawl
digging
space.
around.
It's a dusty, shallow roofed, barely finished space. It's not like an attic. It's effectively a crawl space above your house.
Oh, I was definitely in there to be the 5th time champion of the family at hide and go seek, because Yana is really good at finding places nobody looks at.
Yeah, your cousin eventually got good at finding you there, but that's after like 10 rounds of hide and seek and knowing that you could find like the most bad places to hide. Also, you hadn't given up on the insulation foam yet because you didn't know how bad fiberglass hurt.
Yeah, the itches were legendary.
You go down the stairs from the morgue and you go into the attic. Through the attic window.
Ooh.
It's a tiny little eave thing, though mostly for decoration. You have to crouch down and practically crawl your way through it. And instead of the unfinished attic you have in her house now, there's wood paneling up, and dozens of knickknacks and curio scattered about. Or at least the containers that will be holding them. Looks like this place has been scavenged over.
Whoa.
This is... We think the people who owned this place before us were... I think they came here to retire. We're not that far from a retirement home, and they might have had more money than other people in the... When we first got here, there was a few things left behind by the previous owner that their family did not take over when they're not here anymore, but they were. People from Stygia came and claimed it to use as material. Things in the Shadowlands, objects are scarce. There is nothing to make out of. You have to gather up from memories to use things. And the Dark Kingdom of Iron, which is the local ruling polity, are at war. With things coming up from very, very deep down, and from other ghost cities.
More things change. Wow.
People don't.
Yeah.
You go further in. She takes you down the stair, like the trapdoor, into the house. And it's weird. This gray sepia tone faded colored halls, the wallpaper's different. Carpet's different. The layout is exactly the same, except your aunt and uncle moved in, they split up one room into an office on the second floor and into your cousin's bedroom. There's a door missing in the hallway from that. There are faded places on the walls where picture frames were hanging, and they're all in different spots where the picture frames are hanging in your aunt and uncle's house.
This is so weird.
Mm-hmm. Hood likes paisley on the interior wall. That's why I think they were very old.
They had to have been. I'm gonna touch where one of the paintings should have been, like that faded outline. It's like finding an abandoned house in the woods, but it's not decayed like it should be. Just the stuff is gone. I take it that's what you mean by you need material. This is the material.
They'll take anything of use. They don't need fire to burn their forges. But ghosts, they live off of memory and emotion. Emotion is a fuel source. You can use it in your art, in your magic. Fear, hate, love, joy, terror. I suppose that is also fear. Ghosts can instill that in things, and objects that have a lot of it, mementos, are important to them. Powerful mementos keep them anchored and allow them to return to the lands of the living. Maybe someone desperate took these, or maybe the previous owners took them after they left. We never knew if this place was haunted at any. We bought it, it was unlived in for at least 5 years. The previous owners could have emerged as wraiths and taken their personal belongings. I don't think the density of iron has my picture frame. But the kitchen is also threadbare. And when I say threadbare, I mean it. Pay attention to the frames, edges, and corners. And see them coming apart.
They took even the floors?
No. Time did. Forgetting did.
Oh.
Come here. And she goes to the corner of the stairs. You're going to be very careful because of the current condition.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on my feet.
Remember, we are currently physically here. Any dings and nicks you take are real.
Got it.
And she crouches down, and there's a carpet on the stairs. At least most of it. And she points at wear and tear on it. And you see where footfalls and boots and running, scampering feet have beaten it up. And where it's gotten, physically threadbare.
Mm-hmm.
But focusing on the edges, on different parts of it, you see where it gets fuzzy. Like half remembering a thought in your head. You picture it in your mind, and it starts out as a general impression. Then as you focus on parts, it comes into more sharp relief. Or, if you save a file on a computer over and over again, the artifacting builds up.
Like a copy of a copy of a copy.
Yes.
What the... Oh, that's... So what happens if you... She kind of reaches her hand out to, touch one of the fuzzy edges.
It's like you're touching the impression of a carpet. Of a beaten up old carpet. Whatever you think of when it comes to mind, to touch one, is what is coming to your fingertips. The blurry fuzziness and the artifacting doesn't seem to be affecting the texture, it's your impression. You could touch a damp spot in this carpet and it would still feel like a normal, old, beaten up carpet. And there is somehow an odd vagity to this.
It's like the memory of touching a carpet.
Exactly.
Weird. That's... Okay, and I take it if we step on this, it's not exactly load-bearing.
Oh, no, it is. She goes down the stairs.
Then why did you tell me to?
So you don't slip and fall and break your neck. You have bad luck right now.
Fair. All right, fair. Okay. Concentrating. Stepping carefully.
As long as you are actively paying attention to the stairs, you're not gonna, like, accidentally trip and then pile into your aunt. You do get a splinter, though.
Damn it!
When you go to yank the piece of wood out, it's not there.
A memory of a sliver, really?
The Shadowlands are strange. The next point in order of that, look out the front door.
Okay, looking at the front door.
Look out the front door. It opens into this same house.
There is a forum full of people on the internet who would be losing their minds right now.
The deeper you descend, the closer you get to a thing called the labyrinth. These old impressions, different versions of this house, like I said, they fall and they're crushed beneath the new ones. I don't know who owned that version of this home, but I think it is the oldest one. Because after that, it opens up into a memory of this city from before it was settled. Then a dark forest, and then twisting caves.
I remember that part. I saw that part once. Not here, but in the city. The forest, the old hills, and then the darkness.
And depending on which doorway you go through, it will lead to other places that are associated with those memories. You can go through a tunnel that is made of old abandoned homes that are all like each other from the same era, but they're all distinct homes that are all losing their identity. An endless series of cookie-cutter homes from the 1940s when they were printed out like wildfire in the Americas, in the suburban flight.
Right.
And then you could go up from a home that you entered here in South Carolina, through the history of that home till modern day, and emerge somewhere in California. Because the same tea-taggy box cutter home is built here, there.
So you gotta make sure you're getting the right memory.
Not even. The impressions. It is a maze. As the deeper you go, the more it loses identity, the more it merges with others.
So the reason the casket's been able to stay so steady is probably because of the fact that it's attached to a ghost who remembers it. Do I have to go all the way back there to even get to it?
It is also... it is in the Travis Reed Historical Society, yes?
Yeah. But
That's a place
when?
in active use that has been frozen in time since the day it was turned into him. This ghost is a smart woman. The place itself is an anchor. People know where it is because young impressionable minds are brought in to see it and tour it.
So like the pillars that keep it using things that were already there, she's using the fact that people are brought there to keep the memory alive.
To keep it from breaking down, to keep it from degenerating, so the prison stays in place and cannot sink to the bottom and be destroyed. You might be able to get into an older version of that mansion if you go into a right spot.
So crossing over from there would get me closer to where I need to be. And the only trick is going to be figuring out how to get to where we need to go. from there.
Yes, because I don't know. Can you clearly remember every single street you went down on your way here?
Considering how my day went, no.
That is the same in the Shadowland. It is the impression of reality. Actively being thought of and observed and lived in reinforces it and keeps it fresh. But misremembered restaurants popping up between two city blocks, not being able to recall if there were 3 blue houses on that street or only changes the layout.
So the clearer the path that I can find will be one that people remember more clearly. So landmarks,
Yes.
popular locales, venues. Got it.
Likewise, though, going someplace people don't remember, make the beat smarter. Come. She gestures for you to follow her.
All right. I'm right behind.
You ascend up and up and up, back into the morgue itself, out into the suburbs, and she walks you across the street to where there is a stone, waist-high fence that keeps this edge of the city from the national park.
Mm-hmm.
That is the woods.
That is the woods?
The national park, Cypress National Park.
Yeah. Can't say I've got a lot of good memories of that place. Anymore?
Do you think many people know exactly the shape, bounds, and dimensions of Cypress National Park?
No.
Do you think many people know?
No. I mean, it's a weekend and be more people than usual, but no.
I want to go to Fantastic Park. It is all the way on the other side of the city. We are miles away. Walking there amongst the city streets in the Shadowlands, or the living world, the Telarium, would take quite a lot of time. Hours.
But if we go through where no one remembers...
As long as you are careful, as you are vigilant. What's the edge of one part of the forest versus the edge of the other? Your aunt jumps the fence and starts walking into the woods.
I follow after a moment.
She's double-checking constantly to make sure you don't wander off. All but holding your hand while you go through. 20 minutes of walking, you come to the edge of the woods just outside of Fantastic Park.
Whoa. But how did you know which way to go?
That is the tricky part. You have to have the clear location in mind. You have to remember as many landmarks as you can. The city lights, the big tall buildings, little byways. Stay near them. And you have to avoid any places that vanish off or veer down. Never descend down if you can help it.
Got it.
Going down will always take you to older versions of them. Can be helpful. Might not be. So likewise, going further up will take you to newer ones. We're currently in the here and now, like we were about 20 minutes ago. But that does not particularly for these demonstrations. That's more of a thing of constructs and cities.
So, knowing that, how on earth do I move and keep them moving at the same time?
That is the problem. The disconnect.
Yeah.
You will likely wish to stay Do you know how far this coffin can get?
She seemed to act like the minute we take it anywhere off of the exact spot where it is where the problem's going to start.
Then physical
I was
travel
hoping
would
we
not
could.
be your method.
I was hoping we could maybe just bamf our way there using Eleanor's normal way that she bamfs us there, but I don't know if she can bamf us to the memory of the steel house, of the steel mill.
Is this the Nightcrawler from the X-Men?
Yeah. He thinks of two locations. He can move between them. Eleanor can do something kind of similar.
You're going to want to do that, I think.
That's what I was thinking too, but how do I need to take her to the steel mill so she knows how to get there from this side?
You'll have to have that conversation with her.
Yeah, figure out what abilities she can and can't use. This is way above my level, I think, but it makes sense. Anywhere that I've had her take us before has had to be somewhere she's seen. If she sees it, she should be able to get us there. It's just the trick of moving both at the same time.
Yana, you and your friends have become very adept at moving through the physical world, the Telarium, using your mage ability. I hope today's demonstration has shown you that is merely the tip of the iceberg of the reality possibility. Shadowlands is one place. There are thousands of other afterlives. There are thousands of other places in the upper Umbra as well.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I understand quite what the upper Umbra is other than the space fairy stuff. Is that even upper?
That's it. That is there. The fairy stuff is like it's complicated.
That's everything I've learned.
I am of the opinion that the upper Umbra is possibility. Things that could be. I mean, technically, you can go to the past through the Umbra. The past is a place you can go to.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing is the past is a place.
The future possibility potential, getting there is much harder because you have to make it.
That's why we can go back rather than forward.
I am repeating something that a friend told me. Time is not my area of expertise by any stretch of the imagination. But this is again my own personal perception. Observe and develop your own. The upper Umbra is very cognitive, cerebral, things that could happen, you're unbound, unburdened imagination. And the lower Umbra is the past, things that have happened, things that already were. And
so the upper is possibility, and the lower is memory.
And the Telarium, where we live, is what's happening.
At least in our version of what's happening.
Yes, I met one mage once who believed that every time you're casting magic, you are reaching through the Umbra and grabbing something that could have been and bringing it to what is. Or going into the lower Umbra or grabbing something that once was and bringing it up.
That's kind of how I've been thinking about it.
I also once met a mage who believed that this is one of several thousand karmic cycles, and just like how the lower Umbra stacks, there are previous failed versions of reality sitting below existence, and above there are shard realities of entire universes made by ascended mages. I don't know if any of these are.
I only know that you can reach out and pull a memory, and if you don't go too far forward, you can grab the future and pull it back. It's more rubber bandy, more stretchy between the two.
Stretchy is a good word for it. Paradox itself is like the rubber band snapping back.
Yeah. That definitely is how I've been thinking about that, but I've pulled memories from the past a couple of times, and I've pulled the future back twice. They feel one's easier to stretch than the other, for sure.
Yana, you don't have a ride home, do you?
No.
I have some work still at the morgue, so I'm going to let you off here.
Oh. Here?
I mean, the carnival is open, and you could get the funnel cake. I don't suggest you play any games of chance.
Okay.
The train's not far. Do you need train fare?
I should still have money on me, but this isn't telling me how to get out.
What I did with you is I cast a spell. I worked my magic.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on where you are, it is easier or harder. If we were to do this in a graveyard under the moon at night, chanting the names of ancient spirits, easy, done in a moment. Here, in the middle of an urban area with people around, we're practically downtown. It's going to be harder. But your aunt is a very powerful being. And I don't often get to show off to the young generation. So, I don't suggest you do this on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But she gives you a wry smile. Okay, that is 1. And begins to say a prayer in Greek. This is Greek Orthodox prayer for travelers, trying to make sure they get home safely.
I love that she at least does it in the normal Greek. And not Baki's weird archaic.
Baki... So here's a little information about your aunt and uncle. Phoebe was the traditionally trained one, and she kind of dragged Baki into her bullshit.
That sounds about right.
When Baki saw the industrial hammer used to pound out souls, it sort of scared... Like, he got shown the biggest, worst version of the man and wanted to kill it. And so he realigned his paradigm to match hers.
That makes sense.
So he's kind of got some weird orphan bullshit and, like, some Hollow One bullshit mixed in. Meanwhile, she is a... Euthanatoi going with the Euthanatoi family going back hundreds of years.
Yeah, I knew that side was the Euthanatoi going back hundreds of years, but I love that Baki is like this archaic mishmash, and then you have Phoebe who's like traditionalist, raised in this, good to go. So it's a good pair.
Right, versus it worked enough.
Yeah, good enough for not government work, for anti-man work.
And she does this prayer for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then just sort of taps you on the forehead. And the sound... I didn't mention this, because why would it matter in an old abandoned house or the woods? But as you transition back into the Telerium, into the world of the living, suddenly a rush of sound comes in. The honking of horns, the ringing of bells, the sounds of cheap carnival games, and people running around having fun on a Saturday in October. In what is probably the last bit of time for the Fantastic Park to be open for the season, comes rushing in all at once. And your aunt's not there. And you are.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. I gotta learn how to do that. Okay. Well, we figured that part out. I guess now I just get to figure out how I do all that.
Honey.
Cool.
Honey, I'm right here. You just gotta ask, and we just gotta put some time in on the lab.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do when I get home. After I get Eleanor some funnel cake.
Sugar, we are the same person. I was just having a craving for funnel cake.
Right? I'm gonna get it with the strawberries. It's gonna be so good. And then, to make you happy, I'm gonna see if we can get this home as if it was just made.
You know misfortune is smiling. You can feel it in your bones, and it's like when you're about to put down a bunch of money on a bet and you got someone try to psych you up and they're rubbing your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling that.
All right, Mr. DM, I would like to buy 2 things of funnel cake, get out of the park so that I won't be viewed by a billion people, and see if I can kind of time trap Eleanor's so that it in no way loses any of its luster.
You want to slow the flow of time on that piece of funnel cake?
Yes. As close to stopping it as I can get safely.
Okay, I'm just double checking time here. That'll be time 3.
I am time 4, so...
Yeah, this is going to be coincidental. This piece of funnel cake happening to cool off slower than normal. That's coincidental.
Gives a shit. It's like all my magic, man. I just sit around and do this crap.
Well, that's actually a very good thing in your favor, is what I'm saying.
It is. That's why I hardly ever get the paradox blowback that my friends do, because half my magic is just, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
I am gonna soak a willpower for it, because she's really interested in making this work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my friends run around and bend reality and the laws of reality to them, and I pull taco money out of my bra.
Having psychic conversations with werewolves. Jesus. Yeah, having psychic conversations with werewolves, teleporting drugs across the city, making sure a funnel cake doesn't feel too greasy because it's been sitting out.
So that it feels like I just got it to her when I get home, because I don't have correspondence and I have to actually take the train.
Yeah, that's 4 successes, so that funnel cake will be fresh next week.
So good. Delighted.
That,
thank you.
I am going to call a break. Get up, stretch your legs, go take a piss and shit. We'll be back in a bit. And we're back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yana had a very special field trip. Eleanor chatted philosophy and, I guess, severed heads with Agent Willard. And Stella had a conversation with a surprising amount of references to penises with the werewolf, but not the right one.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, not the correct one.
Hopefully I'll have the right conversation with him soon.
I turn the table round to you, mages. So what are we doing, where are we seeing, who are we talking to?
I think Stella's up, because I believe while all this was happening, Stella probably would go have the correct conversation.
God, I hope so. Can we guess on the correct part of that conversation?
So around 3 p.m., Stella, you're going to receive a text. Remind me what you texted to Eric.
So, she still has some time after that.
Yeah, you've got like 3 hours, 4 hours actually.
Yeah, so she did the thing in the morning, went with the other guys to go do the meeting. And in that time, I just want to say she did go out, but she went shopping for her room, you know? And to go get that weapon I wanted from the self-defense shop. The one I sent you. The 2 batons that link together.
Yes.
So she went out, got that, and remembered to get fucking food for the refrigerator.
Just real fast, roll me your resources.
She does have cash on her.
Yeah, because you got about as much money as you've been paid for before, and what Sam was able to turn and convert out of that account before he effectively froze because of the AI.
That, and she still has the stacks of cash that Bernard paid her.
Mm-hmm.
So just pure resources or anything else added with it?
You can use your cash dice. Just every time you use a cash die, it deprecates by 1.
Okay, I'm keeping my cash out just in case. So whee.
Okay,
One
yeah,
crit.
you're able to get some clothes, some things to actually like live in your apartment, and your baton.
So it's a baton and then the esoterica thingies that I went to go get. Not really much else besides food.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what she went to get, so I can add that to her sheet.
Yeah. While you're out and about, you get a text. It is from a werewolf. It's not the right one.
Fuck. Yeah, what's it say?
It is an animated GIF. But it's not a text. It's a DM. It is an animated GIF of the evil old men from One Piece.
It's there on this Discord, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So what is this GIF exactly?
So Hectic doesn't watch One Piece. It is a
That's
picture
why I'm like...
of those old guys who are the world government guys, and they're like having a meeting. That's the full context.
Text him back. Do I want to know?
It is another One Piece GIF of the guys from CP9.
I don't like this
I know this happened. They're talking to it. It's a GIF of the episode of when they're talking about what to do about Nico Robin.
Is he trying to tell me like the Inquisition is talking to people?
That is the context you received. You can ask more if you like.
Text him back. I don't like what this is implying. Please tell me I'm wrong. Damn, he gets back.
You get a picture of Tony Chopper looking distressed.
I learned.
You then get a GIF of Home Alone of the sticky bandits coming into Kevin McAllister's house.
Don't tell me that. Oh my god! Don't tell me they're in the fucking building.
You get a GIF from The Simpsons of, I think it's Principal Skinner going, no. Yes.
At this point she's probably home. I'm going to magic my eyes over to the fucking Gaia building to check on him.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes. I might need to give you another roll.
No, you can see over there. Darren's in his room.
Mm-hmm.
He is at his computer. He has a number of camera feeds open. He doesn't have any MMOs going right now, just the camera feeds. Looks like he's looking at every camera in the building at once.
What's on the camera feeds?
People in suits. But it's an office building. That's not giving you much information.
Fucking hell. She's gonna text him the, you know that I see dead people?
Mm-hmm.
And then with the question, can you? Just basically asking him, can he see the dead? So I can astral my ass over and talk to him and go, what the fuck are you talking about?
You get a GIF from the movie version of Casper the Friendly Ghost of Casper, like, trying to be charming in front of a mirror. If you can remember that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a text back. Great to do that. See you in 1 minute. And then I'm astraling my fucking ass into that room. No successes.
That is no successes.
Good. Again. 2 successes.
You astrally project yourself over there. As you arrive, you can see on Darren's computer, as he's pulled up a picture of that one kid holding the soda, looking side to side, little black kid, looking concerned.
Like, waves his hand in front of him. Yeah. Darren, can you see me? Hello?
Hey, so, like, you said a minute. This has been, like, 10? And I would ask you not to surprise me like that. I can kill ghosts with my bare hands.
Very good to know. But, sorry, getting my mind and soul out of my body over here is a little bit harder sometimes.
Actually, like, no, you understood my message, right?
You have Inquisition running around in the building.
Yeah, Feds. They're going around asking a lot of questions. They have particular interest in the fact that we've performed a hostile takeover over Hardy Hearth. And I just wanted to let you know to not come here, because they have a very present presence. And, like, we're trying not to kill them all.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm trying not to kill them all, because they're annoying as fuck.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass. I haven't been able to get out of my chair in like a half an hour. Gotta get stretches in every like hour-long interval, or they'll start cramping up.
That's fair. Okay, here's what I've got on them, and she'll give him like a basic rundown of the guy that interrogated her, the fact that there is no more vampires left in the city and they're looking for vampires, but they're kind of stupid about it. It's not going to say what happened to the last vampire, that is not going to be mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Going to say they murdered one, and that was it, and there's not really any left. And what they're looking for is mainly vampires. And they've tried questioning Eleanor, but it hasn't really gone anywhere. And then anything she personally knows about them, like what their group is and how much they seem to know about vampires. Probably takes like 20 minutes to write it down for him.
Okay, so, like, they're not gonna be a problem for us then?
Depends on what they do.
Well, we've got legal most things, and I'm not the legal department. I don't know what sort of bullshit wizardry they pulled, but, I mean, they're feds, they're bribable.
These guys seem a little bit beat you over the head with the Bible kind of Inquisition, if you know what I mean.
Oh no, those are an entirely different flavor of dude. Yeah. It's like, they're called... The Society of Leopold is the big one.
Was the Society of Leopold ever mentioned by the Hunters or in any way? I think the ones in the sewer said something about Leopold.
No.
Okay.
Your vampire friend mentioned the Leopoldites.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know
like
which fucking group they are.
Organization and a huge pain in the ass, and actually know how to do a little bit of violence against a werewolf, but
I'd rather they do no violence against a werewolf. They're going to lose that violence in a very bad way, but
The issue there is that we'd lose track on a lot of our regular initiatives, which are kind of important for fighting the good fight.
Yeah. My problem is these guys have sticky-ass fingers, and they seem to think like what I told you of me checking the guy that, well, tried to interrogate me, that torture is a possibility, so I need to stop a police chief from getting tortured by one, because, yeah, she was compromised, but I'm fixing that. The vampire's dead. Very dead. Incinerated him. It's very nice.
Cool. I don't think there's anything I could help with that with, though.
No, I just need to make you aware of how sticky these guys are, because everyone else seems to be, oh, it's just vampires, but I'm worried that these dumbasses go, oh, there's something else here too, and then we have more problems.
His nose wrinkles and his lips curl back, and he cannot help but expose his giant blade-like teeth. You're trying to make me a werewolf?
You... Poker face not counting, you can see she's trying not to smile, like, but she's losing. The corners of her mouth is peeking up. Like, oh, damn it, Darren. Why is that funny?
'Cause it's really not. That's what makes it the funniest.
Damn it. Anyway, good one. Just keep an eye on them, I guess. I already had to pull so much shit to keep one of my normal people that has fuck all to do with magic, werewolves, or anything out of their line of sight because they thought, oh, this dude helps people, he must be bad.
Yeah, no, totally. Thanks for tapping us on this. I'm currently going in and blanking a lot of files about your employment with us. We shouldn't be able to lead anything back to you.
You see it turn and go back. Damn, someone actually watching my ass for once. That's nice. Usually it's only the other mages that do that. Everyone else is like, no, it's fine. I think shit can lead back to you. No one's going to look at it. It's just refreshing.
I mean,
what I'm saying is people are dumb sometimes, and you have a lot of brain cells.
Totally. But like, we're in the same guild or whatever, so like, we look out, you know. Like, we're not family, but like, I'd do a raid with you again. It was a good time. 10 out of 10. Thumbs up.
And we didn't even get that far. We could have done more shit. We could have shown you more magic, and that could have been fun. Maybe we should make an outing sometimes. Anyway, you see she gets excited and tries to cap it. Like, no.
Yeah, no, totally. You got you got all the stuff, so I'm down. No. Also, you haven't added me on Warframe yet?
I haven't been able to because so much shit has been hitting the fan. These Inquisition fucks have made my time minimum. If they weren't walking around, all I'd be doing is trying to keep a mummy from breaking out of a box.
Like, I'm not complaining or anything, but like, I figured as a detective, you'd at least like you've had downtime on a stakeout or something. If you needed like a laptop that could play it, I could make an Amazon package show up at the wrong place.
Not that I'm saying no to that, but I've literally not really had any downtime in that case. You remember the whole thing about the dude in the box?
I'm sorry, my brain went to the dude in the wall.
I'd rather have the man on the wall, honestly. He's fun. Not to see incredibly bad mummy in a box.
Yeah, no, it's a fictional danger and not a present real one. And an existential one as opposed to like a dude.
Yeah, it's not an 100-year-old dude in a box that might have mage magic and could level the city when he wakes up. Yeah, that's not fun.
Right, well, just so you know, if you manage to get that sorted out within the next, like, week, I might not be available. These guys are sniffing around a lot, and I might have to move to a safe house. We've got one of those. It's still in the city, but there's no, like, normal means of getting into touch. Like, I could reach you, but you couldn't reach me.
Well, as long as you say that's what really matters, but no... Working on days kind of thing with the problem in the box, so shit being solved this week, it's probably gonna hit the fan this week, so let's look at next week instead.
Cool.
Yeah, I heard you guys took over the Hardy Half factory.
Yeah, no, that was kind of the plan. turning an asset for destruction into a means of spreading positive health and environmental change, while not denying this local group, like the city, its primary income stream, in order to prevent a socioeconomic bubble that can be exploited by our enemy.
No, that's really fucking good, actually.
A problem with a lot of Garo tribes is they take care of the current problem and don't focus on not allowing the worm to take root in the ample and loamy soil left behind. And we try not to do that.
What's the whole saying? You leave a power vacuum, someone else is gonna take it?
I think it's that power adores a vacuum. Sun Tzu has something to say about this, but like I've not read that in a while.
Like, I was like, it's been a while, but I get the point. Actually, on that note, it does seem like you do most of the work. Out of everyone here, honestly.
Oh, no. Sis wrangles a lot of stuff. I make sure our optics and our digital footprints are clean. Pantex loves getting into the web.
You.
But Pops and Big Sis, they get a lot of work done on the street and with, like, legal. Tina, I don't know what sort of restraint that woman has, because she's a full-blooded girl like I am, and, like, she's not a menace like me, so she's not literally made out of angry. But, like, how do you get a wolf in a suit to go down to City Hall and then sign out paperwork? That's crazy.
That's a very good point. Well, I know it was your sister and your dad that went with the others to the factory originally, so there was a lot of rip and tear, I've been told.
Hold on, I've got something for those. Oh, you can't see your phone, goddammit. Wait, no, I've got a monitor.
No. Yeah, you can put it on the monitor.
He pulls up and turns around a picture of the Doomslayer from Doom 2016.
Mm.
Just rip and tear flashing in red letters over them. Like, there's a whole video. It's so stressful.
I can imagine. I prefer Vermintide for stress relief, actually.
I've got a lot of stress for
Yeah.
I need more.
I mean, that's fair. But it sounds like they did a decent number on the factory. And everyone came out okay. Shun did quite a bit of healing. Did you get to meet her?
No.
Damn it! Stella looks
Because I was there
genuine.
with you guys at the office.
No, but she's been here in the building. With you guys.
Yeah, but like she's stuck in meetings the entire time. I've seen her through the cameras.
God damn it. I asked her to come say hi to you when she can.
She hasn't been here in a couple of days. Most of the meetings she's having with Tina are all the way out in the fucking food factory.
That makes sense.
Playing The Sims in real life or some shit.
Oh, well, they're getting stuff done. We're all doing our own shit.
I've got her on like 3 different messengers though. We've been shooting stuff back and forward. Oh my god, I want to eat her so bad. She's doing an entire suckling pig for me.
You mean like the last one I brought you?
Like, no, like the whole thing.
Oh, you're going to be in a food coma again.
It's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. I know what that feels like. You're in for a great time.
He turns the monitor back around and then turns it back around again. It's a gif of Spirited Away, where Chihiro's family are stuffing their faces. That's gonna be me. The dad there and the mom both at the same time. That's gonna be me.
Honestly, when Trina's cooking, there is no better food on this planet. Who do you think keeps putting us back together? Who do you think put me back together after I had a piece of my soul ripped out?
You're in the same building as her, right?
Yeah, I live on the bottom floor. She lives on the top floor.
I think this request will go through with more firmness if you deliver it.
Oh.
egg rolls, please.
I put it in and tell it, get him some egg rolls. He really likes that.
Thank you.
Question actually for the DM, since I am astral projecting, can he like see where the crow has nested in my chest?
He hasn't brought it up.
Can I see it?
You do see where there is a hole in your being. Do not see the crow inside of it.
She kind of like looks and goes, I still haven't been able to fix this yet.
Well, I'm not a healer by any sort of stretch of the imagination. I'm kind of like a skank tank. But, I mean, we could ask around.
Well, I've been trying with magic and shit, so... Been giving it some thought and walking around with, hole in your soul is a little bit of extra, you know, like health bar minus than what I'd like.
Oh yeah, it's totally a major debuff. Aggravated damage like that tends to go away, it's just kinda slow as shit. Maybe it's just resistant to your magic, and you've gotta, like, let it go away slowly, naturally?
Yeah, it's possible. Never actually even heard of souls getting damaged, but it points to the whole effect. Clearly this happens.
Oh yeah, totally. You can break anything if you try hard enough.
Yeah, that here. But hey, I got a lovely passenger in the process.
Uh-huh. Not a big fan of birds, personally, but, I mean, they're a spirit, so they're probably chill as long as they're not a dick. Or a, like a... Well, I mean, you'd know if it was one of the bad ones.
There's bad spirits.
Stella, like, Animism is correct. Everything has a spirit. This laptop,
Christ.
these computers, this keyboard, industrial waste, trash. This gif of Tony Chopper. All of them have spirits. It's just a matter of how strong they are and how much force it takes to generate them into an animate form.
Well, I think I got a decently nice one. He pops up with prophetic, shit's getting real, be careful, and helps me see shit. Oh, and I did actually get an idea off of him for flying with wings. That was fun.
Like you drew like actual physical.
Damn question. Me, astraling means I can cast a magic spell on him from here, right? Because my soul's in the room with him.
Yes, because you're currently there, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna just show you. Give me a pull.
He sets down his mug of yerba mate and then extends his hand.
I'm gonna memory share when she was at the gas station. No, not when she was on the roof of the building, when she originally whacked the spell for the wings and the claws and everything, and then flew over to the gas station, so you can see that memory.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3 successes.
Huh. Okay, so like spectral wing.
Yeah. Kind of. Do you remember the old mount we used to get in WoW when we referred people? The Griffin, the Spectral Griffin.
Yeah. I've got one of those on like half of my boxes.
Some of the idea came from that. I just have nice wings and claws.
Sick.
So that's been fun. Really fucking useful for getting around too.
He nods.
But anyway, you got the information on Inquisition, guys. I told you who I know about. The rest, no idea. They do seem to be liking to poke their, fingers in every pie they can find, so just be careful, I guess.
Yeah, no, totally. I'll call you, don't call me, because the lines won't be connected.
That's fair. If you don't hear from me for a few days, don't panic. solving the box issue. If you don't hear from me for a week, how do I put this nicely?
No, I think we were in agreement and in mutual understanding, because we're both going to be doing the same thing, like vanishing for a little bit, don't panic.
The little bit is, yes, don't panic. If you don't hear from me for a week, I'm probably dead.
That seems easy.
Yes, let's not hear from each other for a week.
Cool. Text you on, I don't know, Sunday after next, I guess.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. No, I'm gonna go get back in my body.
I was gonna ask, like, how do you exit? Because I do not have pants on under this desk.
No, I just...
The joke is, it's funny because I have a sheath and my penis is not never exposed.
He's trying not to laugh. Damn it. No, there's a thread that connects me back to my... Umbra, never mind, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna disappear, it's fine.
Yep, you do.
And she just disappears. Goes back in her body and thinks, what the fuck?
There's always room for a dick joke, okay?
There is, but Stella is upset that it's not with the right werewolf. This is the second one. Does she have a text from Eric yet?
You do.
Thank God. She looks at it.
Remind me what you texted him.
Okay, so what she texted him was, do you have a minute today? Something really important came up.
Yes. Just the word yes.
Gonna text back, where can I meet you?
I'm trying to see where would be a good place for him to go. In Cypress Park, where's good for you?
I low-key do not want to go anywhere near that fucking cabin because I don't know.
He is in Cypress Park, and where is good for you?
The place where I met them last time at parking lot was right next to Cypress Park, right?
Yeah.
Text there a little bit into the woods, I'll meet you there.
Letter O, letter K.
Stella is going to be dumb and either dumb or mildly hopeful because she got advice from the only person that's been giving her dating advice she thinks works. And she is going to change the underwear she's wearing.
Okay.
Slightly more casual look, a bit more walking shoes because I gotta walk over there, goddammit. And I have a question for the DM. If I am in my house, in like a spot where there isn't any light or anything, and she goes invisible there, does it still count as vulgar?
It is still vulgar without witnesses, yes.
Damn it, I'm gonna have to take that damn paradox. Okay. Yep, rolling for invisibility. I might need to give you one more? That's 3 successes.
One success.
Invisibility? That would be 3 successes. It's a 2-pip spell.
Vulgar without witnesses is difficulty 7.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go again.
Because +4 for vulgar with for coincidental is +4. Vulgar without witnesses is +5 to your highest sphere. You get it though.
I might have one last one.
Yeah.
Leaving the house, going over there to brisk walk.
You show up. His truck is parked in the parking lot. And as you head into the park, you will find Eric just sitting on a park bench. This Cypress National Park starts. It is a national park and a registered like forest and old growth forest. But the entry parts are kind of like any public park. They're more manicured, more kept back, and there's some seating benches. And then you go in for like more than 10, 15 minutes worth of a walk, and it turns into old growth forest really fast.
Anyone else around, or just him?
I mean, it's a Saturday. There's a few people passing by here and there, but it's not the biggest destination in the middle of October.
This is not exactly where she meant. She meant in the woods, away from people who could hear the damn conversation.
He didn't know you'd show up invisible.
I mean, that's fair. She's gonna walk a little bit more into the woods and text him. Basically, if she walked like in the area behind him, it's like, area behind you, walk a bit more into the woods.
He looks at his phone, looks around, types the word okay, stands up, and starts walking into the forest.
I'm assuming eventually he gets to where she is.
He walks in the wrong direction.
Ugh.
But, like, he's not walking super fast, and you could get to him no problem. But he's going a little further in, and, like, he has accomplished the objective of being where no one else is.
Okay, she's gonna walk off from him and say, well, I guess we're far enough. Just out of fucking nowhere, but a decent distance away from him.
So that was your smell. Any reason you're invisible?
Comes a bit closer and uninvisible. Wait, you can smell me? Oh no, wait, never mind, that's a stupid question.
I know you're new to this, but werewolf.
I actually thought my magic covered smell. I need to fix that. Yeah. So I was told you were told about the hunters running around?
I don't think they're going to be much of a problem, but I'm assuming since we're having this conversation, they are.
It's a free-phase conversation. The first part is, yeah, hunters are about. I used enough magic yesterday to almost end up taking away most of my goddamn life in a moment to get Sammy out of shit with them. So they're poking around, and they're poking around really badly. At the moment, they're looking at Sammy thinking that he might be a blood bank of some sort. But no, that's not real.
He'd have been dead a long time ago if that were true.
Yeah, I've told him that the feds are after him, which they are, without telling him anything else that he doesn't need to know. But they've managed to track me down and ask questions because of my work with the police. They seem to know a little bit and know the police got infiltrated by vampires. But this is a lot that seems to be perfectly fine with torturing people to death to find what they want, so a little bit more high alert than what other people would say.
I mean, all cops are bastards, but sure.
I mean, that's fair. These guys are government funded, though, and they ended up taking out one of the ones in the sewers in the process. So not completely stupid, but they're not the smartest lot, considering they try to figure out if Eleanor, the other tall mage, the one that duplicated herself, is a vampire in broad daylight by putting fire in front of her. So not the brightest. But that's the first thing I want to talk to you about, is making sure you're aware they're poking around everywhere, and I don't want them to find anything that's not vampires, since there's no more vampires really alive in the city.
No, there are.
Not the ones in Chinatown. I'm not really sure what they are.
Vampire's a vampire, even if they got a made-up name for it.
Well, the other lot not around anymore.
Still, we knew this. What's the other reasons?
This is the more difficult part. I need to move Monday with you.
He quirks an
He's just
eyebrow.
really tense on this. You remember what that worm cult was after? The dude in the
Some
box?
sort of a worm-tainted mage thing.
Yeah, the thing I showed you, I had to get to let go of my soul, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the fuckers in the tower, or in the building that we went and raided, managed to weaken the bonds enough. Last night one of the ones snapped, and that fucker is gonna get out. If we don't do something about him. It's still contained. We're working on it, but...
But where?
this is where it gets fucking complicated. Physically, it's out here. Its spirit is in the Umbra. It's separated right now.
Alright.
So
Where?
I'm not sure which part of the Umbra yet, so I can't tell you that.
But you know where it is physically.
Physically, it's contained in a box we're not opening, don't even think about it.
But it's gonna get out.
That's what we're handling. So, we're working in a time span of days, and I need to be on it.
Enough matter that it's gonna be a problem in 2 days.
Considering we are guessing it's going to break out in like 2 days, it's either the case of I need to be on it 24/7 to make sure we get this right, or I am going to be beat to shit and not be able to make it out the house, or you get this. Yep.
Now,
That.
I'm asking you again, where is it? Because if this is much of a pressing matter, I have people who are durable as all get out, and they can launch it. And if it gets out, they can put their claws in it long enough to buy us time to figure out what to do.
I don't want that crap getting anywhere near you. I would rather blow myself up in the process. Because
You
right
say
now,
that like you got a means to blow it up.
I do. I do have a means to blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of another reason I don't want you anywhere near it, because plan A of getting rid of it is... Well, let's just say the Umbra is a very interesting place. Plan B is essentially nuking the motherfucker with enough magic to take out a city block.
Now, when you say nuke, do you mean like nuclear fission? Or like just a really big bomb?
Right idea, but magic. Magical nuclear bomb. They can take out
I
a whole
would
city
have
block.
objections if you were going to unleash a nuclear bomb anywhere.
Christ, no, we're not doing that.
It is incredibly devastating to the entire environment. I don't think you gotta need to know what happened to Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or Chernobyl, or Thousand Mile Island, or most of Arizona.
I live here. People I care about live here. I would rather not detonate a nuke on this city.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm detonating anything, it's on Pentex, but anyway.
No. Collateral damage must always be accounted for. But that ain't... Again, moving on.
Moving on. So I don't want you near the thing.
I disagree.
I know you disagree. I still don't want that thing anywhere near you.
Mm-hmm. You know, I have people who will find and sniff this out. You know, I'll sniff you out.
Damn it. You can see her trying to keep her composure. Why are you so difficult?
He rolls his head to the side, and you hear the joints and the vertebrae pop and the sinew and muscle straining. You know I can just make you tell me if I wanted it hard enough.
You know there's easier ways of you getting me to tell you something, right?
I didn't say what means of investigation or interrogation I'd use. I said when we started this conversation, I could smell you.
She sighs. Walks up closer to him, puts her hands on the side of his face. I don't want you to get hurt. Last time werewolves went up against this thing, he nearly decimated all of them.
sorry, we were flirting there for a second there, and now you're being all black. That threw me entirely off my group.
Still got her hands on the sides of his face. I know, but it's important. I do not want you to get hurt.
He puts his hands where he thinks yours are, kind of just grabs at your wrists. Takes your hands off his face. Look. Whatever we got starting to form, it's nice. I'd like to see where it goes. But this is what I'm for.
I know, Alex told me the same damn thing. But this thing is what my ancestors ended up putting away. So that bastard is gunning for my ass in the end. My people did not finish the job. I aim to finish it.
See, this is giving me the impression that you shouldn't be towards this thing and should be in the back line, and I should be in the...
Oh, hell no, I'm not running from that shit. That fucker caused my entire damn family line of a horrible line of fuck you, we keep dying, getting left behind, and just forgotten by everyone else. I'm not letting that happen to anyone else.
Look, I know you don't want to risk losing shit, especially when you just got shit, but you have it now, and you know there's people, and fuck, I'm bad at this. I'm not much of the talker. Point being, if you want us to be a thing, you need to get comfortable with the idea of going out and almost dying. And if you're not, then this might not be a thing.
It's not that I'm not okay with that. Because we want hell of a hypocritic bullshit if I'm not okay with you doing that when I do that. Because considering what I get involved with, the same could happen. You could see me one day and the next day I'm just gone. So I can handle that. It's just with this, I can do something about it. We do have a plan. Blowing him up is plan B.
And what I'm saying is, having 2 tons of steel claws and fur and anger is gonna make odds of you coming out of that more greater than if you didn't. And having 5 of those 2-ton behemoths is gonna give odds of all of them walking away a lot better. Cooperation is the only way we as people in general, not werewolves, human beings, can triumph over the oppressive forces and the dark motherfuckers trying to destroy the world. Because they're alone, because they're pieces of shit and can't stand each other. We must leverage these, edges we got, you know? And it's sweet that you're concerned. Like, you've seen one of us in action. Whatever Glasswalker guy they sent with you. But,
Well, I've seen you guys duke it out with you and Alex, too.
yeah, that happened. But, I don't know how to put this in words. It's not fine, but it's a worse bet for you and your friends to do this without backup than it is for you and your friends to do it with backup for everyone involved.
Does he still have his hands on her, wrists or not?
Yeah.
Just takes this deep sigh. How the hell are you convincing me about this? I had a plan.
You see, this is why I tend to be the boss. Because, angry as I get, I'm good at herding cats and making dumb, angry pieces of shit realize what's good for them. And you're a smart, angry piece of shit. So I got to match up on that.
And its eyebrows are like, didn't really like that comment. Thanks, I guess.
Well, I said all cops are bastards, and you're cop adjacent, so you're proving yourself better, though. Depends on how you finish.
The closest I'm getting to a cop is occasionally taking jobs from them. I am so not cop adjacent. I do so much underground bullshit for Sammy, they would lock me up in 2 days if they found out.
Well, look, we can argue about the details of that when we're at the lake. At this, you can pull your hands out of your wrists out of his hands. He's not holding you tight or anything.
No, she's leaving them there. She's not trying to take her hands away. Hell, why do I have a feeling that you are going to be terrible for me having a constitution against saying no to you?
I'm very persistent.
Stares at him for a minute and goes, oh, for fuck's sake. I have this horrible feeling in my ass that you're going to be able to convince me of a lot of shit, unfortunately. Right. I'll tell you where it is. But don't do anything to it yet.
I was gonna put it under observation.
Well, we have it under observation. We literally have a door to it. And the Inquisition is trying to get into the building, so preferably no one, visible that they can ask questions to.
Is it in Prince Hills?
Oh, no, it's not there. What the fuck are they doing at Prince Hills?
Well, no, because you said you had a door to it, and that girl, Chloe, she lives there.
No, what I mean is, Eleanor, that one, magically put 2 walls together and I can walk between the rooms. That's what I mean.
The one with the fluffy hair or the short hair, or the long black hair?
The one made duplicates of herself.
There's more than one, so that's why there's so many of those.
Yeah. It's very useful, but basically, literally from one room of ours, we can walk into the building that he's in.
Okay.
We've got eyes on him at all time.
So where is he?
You know the Reed House?
Wait, you said this was a mummified version of Travis Reed, and he's in his house.
Yes. He is literally in a sarcophagus in his house.
That's stupid as shit.
Yet no one's gonna go looking for it now, are they?
They got a mummy of a man in a museum named after him.
Yeah. That ancestor of mine? Yeah. That's all her work, actually.
And I fucking hate the world sometimes.
The only one I have to talk to a ghost of an ancestor 100 years ago, and we do not get along.
I know that feeling. Surprisingly closely.
Do I want to know?
Sometimes a werewolf can turn into a spirit and stick around after they're dead. It's a thing.
Okay,
Don't
that's
worry
fair.
about it.
Well, I have the 100-year-old mage ancestor of mine walking around there, so I kind of get it. We are 2 very, very different people. If we weren't related, we'd probably end up fighting each other.
I'd be... Whatever.
Yeah, he's under observation. We've got him. The Inquisition wants to poke around because they think vampires have been around there. We're keeping them out.
Uh-huh.
The others are looking at what we're gonna need to do to move him.
There's a local deli near there. I could just tell them to post up in there.
I mean, that works.
Or just hang nearby at the university or the fucking woods.
Woods is probably a better bet. I'm not sure if they're really running around the university just yet.
Oh no, it's proximity. University's right by the beat house. It's like a block away.
Yeah, fair. But we're looking into it. If everything goes according to plan, we'll all be perfectly fine, and he will be a brick in the Umbra.
Right, now you said you had 3 things.
Well, the third one kind of just got thrown out the window.
Was the third thing you gotta stay away from there?
No.
Okay, now I'm curious.
Well, I thought I'd have to have a whole fucking speech with you about I may not make it back from this. But you kind of already caught on to that, so I don't need to tell you that anymore.
Uh-huh.
Her ears are going red, by the way. Because Stella's plan on number 3 was
No, I know.
say all the
I know.
Yeah. You know, so her ears are just going a little bit red at the moment.
He's
So yeah,
staring
like
at the space directly above your head.
Above her head?
Yeah, you're invisible.
No, she turned visible.
Oh, you turned invisible? He's staring directly at her.
Yeah.
Alright.
What?
And yanks your arms back and kisses you.
Oh, hell yeah. He gets one hell of a kiss back, as much as he's willing to give.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Now, no, you best not think poorly of me for kissing on the second date. Or even before the second date. But, you know. You're kind of easy to read in this regard. So I figured if you weren't going to say it, I might as well.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, that was plan 3, or what I wanted to talk to you about, just in case.
I figured.
Something tells me I should just not try hiding anything from you. You're gonna read me like a book.
A big thing about being the boss of a group like mine, you gotta be able to smell out the bullshit.
Fair. Guess I should make it a habit of just being, well, straightforward with you instead and not trying to hide it. Just be easier.
Usually is. Playing games and fussing around like we're in high school is not exactly something I'd look forward to. I get enough of petty politics bullshit dealing with other tribes.
I don't even want to know. I'm trying not to hit a glasswalker still.
So do they have a metis?
What?
Yeah.
I was talking about their boss
Oh no, fuck
punching
that guy.
him through a window.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Would you be upset with me if I did that? Just out of curiosity, if I put him in the potion?
No, you can go ahead and do that whenever you want. Those guys are stuck up their asses so hard it's coming out their mouth.
Okay, great, because that might end up happening. I really want to dick him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a So what's a metas?
Oh, that's a thing that happens when incest happens?
Pardon?
Yeah, for a very long time, werewolves could only make werewolves with kinfolk. And if a werewolf tried to make a werewolf with a werewolf, it turned into a super werewolf. Because of incest. It's a bad time. It's all taboo. Glasswalkers are known to keep them around. Most other tribes get rid of them, and they were cagey. But Glasswalkers is always cagey. Really the group that has the worst problems with the Silver Fangs. Imagine, if you would, the most stuck-up blue-blooded sack of shit, and then turn him into a werewolf. That's Silver Fang.
You see a nose like wrinkled, sounds like a fucking hermetic.
Whatever that is, the way you got mad just saying the name, that's Silver Fangs.
Pretty much everything you just described, but put it into a mage.
Sounds like a pain in the balls.
Very high and mighty. Lineage and all that jazz.
So is that a no?
Okay. A no on if they haven't met us?
Yeah. I'm just trying to make small talk because, like, we're both in the woods. It's like a 15-minute walk back to town, and unless you fancy fucking on the dirt. I mean, a little afternoon never hurt nobody, but, like, I mean...
See if I go a little bit more red.
Oh, honey, no, I'll kiss on the first date if the girl's pretty enough. We ain't fucking on the first date.
Just very deep breath of, Eric, you could probably convince me of anything, anywhere. So I'm not going to answer that. But, on that note, yeah. Think so then?
Oh, they do? Oh, no, no, sorry. Hector, you're saying yes to what?
Like staring at him. You're going to be terrible for me keeping any sort of secret from you, you know that?
I got the impression.
So, yes. That's
He
who
gets
I
a
went
devious
with.
little grin.
And you didn't hear it from me, because I said I wouldn't tell anyone. But apparently all my fucking ability to not tell someone something goes out the window with you.
I won't abuse it.
Better not, he's a sweetheart.
Anyway, but the fact that he's embarrassed enough not to mention it, gotta find out through some other means. It's over that dickhead. I just not.
So I give this incredibly deep sigh of, yeah, but the one that I have is a lot on the nicer side. Probably the nicest one out of the lot, and probably the one with bare head on his shoulders than the other two.
Mm-hmm.
I would much rather deal with him. Like I said, he is the one we went in with, and, well, it was an interesting moment seeing him fight.
Hold on, you saw medicine combat and you were worried about werewolves.
Yes. Because I know what I'm walking into, and I know that that thing has taken on a bunch of you in one go.
Girl,
and nearly won.
No. A menace is what happens when you take werewolf squared. Whatever this mummy thing is, you unleash your buddy on them. I think y'all be fine.
It's gonna take a goddamn nuclear warhead that has the ability to incinerate a bunch of souls to take this thing out. And you're telling me I just need 1 meter?
Werewolf squared.
I don't think I can loan him
The
right
reason
now.
it's taboo when they get put down is because they're too angry to live.
He seems pretty on top of that, though. I've actually not really seen him angry besides that one moment when we had to go fight shit. Otherwise, he's... Well, he's probably the most calm out of all of you besides Cletus.
Yeah, Cletus had some practice. barely restrain killing intent behind those kind, soulful eyes.
Well, he almost got decked today by Alex, so...
You two continue having this conversation as it veers off into several tangents on your way back to town.
Yeah.
And then part
kind of-
ways after he offers a ride anywhere.
I kind of don't want the Inquisition to see me with you, just in case, so... I'll walk my ass back, just in case. Don't want to drag you into them.
I don't know, buddy. Why the fuck would...
Is you're talking to me, someone they think has been brainwashed, quote-unquote.
Earl, I'm technically an unemployed guy who lives in a shack in the woods.
And I'm the private eye that they can't put a question mark to, and they think got brainwashed. They just don't know I murdered most of the vampires that they're after.
So, these feds are stupid then.
Stupid with a lot of numbers and a lot of backing, yeah.
So they're feds.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, get home safe. Be in touch.
I'll let you know if anything changes. And I'll go talk to the other two about maybe having backup. I still would prefer you nowhere near it.
He gives you a nod. Turns on his, cranks his key. Takes off.
So she's still in the park, right?
You're in the parking lot of the park.
Fuck, is all she says. She's gonna text Eleanor, I'll be there in a minute.
And
Thumbs
with
up.
that,